And we're live. Everyone. Live now. Come check out our stream, y'all.
And a live chicken. Kick up your heels and try buck, buck, buck. You ready to fucking go? You ready for high impact, action packed fucking ranking?
Oh my god.
Fucking spreadsheets. Let's go. Let's fucking. I've never been more ready. This music makes me ready to fucking rank games like no one else. Blowing my mind already. Jay.
Yes.
Are you ready for another exciting fucking White City episode?
Let's just try. I'm ready right now to rank some goddamn video games.
That's right. Today we have a hell of a lineup here. We got Mother 3 going against Silent Hill 3. That's 2 3s, double 3, 6 in the cage. We got Bayonetta, Valhalla, all of the
it's not
names.
just 2 3s. We got 3 3s. We got Danganronpa V3 Kill and Harmony.
All the 3s you could possibly ask for, Jay. In fact, we're gonna put them all in the same fucking ring, and we're gonna put them head to head, to head to head to head, and they're all gonna fight each other until there's a giant bloody 3 in the ring.
This is not the energy I was expecting to actually start the stream with.
That's what fucking that's what George Foreman girl does. I was trying to remember Foreman for Real, this game that the song is from, and I tried to think, what's the grill? The Mike Tyson grill. You know, give Flavor a 1-2 kick. I completely fucking forgot, and I used that for reference.
You really forgot.
I love when my brain goes stupid. It's so great.
No, it's fantastic. I think it's great too.
NBA Live.
Is that correct? Yeah, that is correct. Good job, hon.
It stands for Never Be Alive. Live with the dead. In the bloody 3 match. Until there's a blood-stained 3 shape in the middle of this ring, these games are not escaping.
Hi, Sass. Welcome to
Pure action-packed. Destruction and terror.
Oh, man. Oh, my lord. I mean, let's not get you too hyped up. We don't want you to burn out like you did in the last one.
Evie, welcome.
Hello
How are
to you
you?
as well, Evie. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the fucking game Smackdown.
Oh, lord.
We've been losing our minds, sitting here making noises. We're having a great time already. I'm allowed to be on camera today, too.
You're allowed to be on camera?
I was like half on camera last time.
Oh, you were fine.
I was barely there.
I don't think it was that extreme.
When it came to me on camera, I was full on discount. I was half off. I was not there. I was like, you were hearing me in mono, like, I mean, we don't have like an ASMR mic.
Yeah,
But imagine I'm to the
don't
left
have-
of the mic going, hey everyone, it's me, Bree. And it's me, Jay. Because you couldn't hear me. It was only half of me.
That's not how the setup we have works.
Well, then we need to get an ASMR mic. What if you were coming in from the right and I was coming in from the left, and it was like you're sitting on the couch with us?
That would make it very inconvenient for anyone that like has to listen with like one headphone.
It would be an interesting conversation, though. Very one-sided. Well, I mean, they could play it through mono, then.
I guess that's
But
fair.
it would be funny. It would just be like...
Anyways.
Yeah.
Hi
everyone. Welcome.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Spreadsheet. And as you can see, the look of the spreadsheet has changed a little bit.
A little bit. You've done some work.
I did the lightest amount of work. I tried to... Basically, I went through the list. I got rid of the stuff that were like easy cuts. The stuff that I looked at and was like, no, yeah, that's not going to hang.
Yeah.
What else did I do? I created a couple extra columns there in order to help me so that when I get to the part where I actually have to rank things and where they go, to make that process a little bit easier. So we got the life changer tier
All right.
here, which that's essentially going to be like the top 10 to 20 games.
Yes.
Where it's like, okay, these are almost definitely going to be in that range of the list. So that'll be there. We got the mid-range, which is like that kind of nebulous, like 20 to 70 to 80.
Like you didn't leave different, but you had a great time.
No, yeah, the stuff that's like really, really good, but didn't change my life. Listen, it's. I'm sorry, V. It's only the maybes row there is. That's like a leftover categorization for that. A girl who has never played Breath of the Wild. That was kind of the conversation I was having with Sass at the end of the last stream, where I was like, I don't know if Breath of the Wild makes it onto my list. There's a good chance it's pretty likely it will. I just don't know where it falls.
Fair enough.
So that's that mid-range in the middle there, where it's like, this was really good, did not change my life though.
Fair.
And then we have Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color tier.
Nice.
Which is essentially games that are at least above average, but really any other person that would look at them would be like, eh?
Yeah.
Like this is on your top 100 list. That's at like 80 to 100 range, where you're allowed to do the more like this. I just like this one a lot.
Yeah.
This is where this one goes.
God knows I have a plethora of mine where it's like, listen, I can't back this up with like, sources and facts, but I love this thing.
Which
Sure.
For its namesake, let's go ahead and move Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color over.
It'd be really funny if it was just below it. If it didn't even make it.
No, I think it's at least going to be number 100.
Okay.
Like, I really, really like the Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color.
You mentioned that a lot.
I've streamed it before.
Oh,
it was
there
one of
you
the
go.
ones that you didn't show up for, but like Owen and Sass were with me on.
Oh, right out.
I really, really like Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color. I have a weird childhood tie to that game.
Fair enough. Polyester Pimp, welcome.
Bans the word Sonic.
You just said it.
I have to acknowledge that it was banned, because otherwise the people that are just seeing the VOD, they don't know what the fuck that means. They just saw a person type Sonic.
That's fair.
And now I am done saying that word and not going to say it anymore.
Done saying what word?
The one that's directly above me. There you go.
Perfect. All right.
Okay, so, and then I have some real easy life changers to throw in here. These are games that I was a different person after having played these games. Or they like changed how I felt about video games. So, those are... Tetris is 100% in the life changer.
Wow.
Pokemon Puzzle League, it's in the life changer. Like,
Okay.
when I really think about it, yeah, they absolutely are over there, because without those two games, I don't have the appreciation for puzzle games that I do in my life.
I see. That's a good tie.
You were like kind of bracing yourself on the chair, like,
Here's the thing, I'm trying to figure out why I'm shifting. But I think it's because, like, I'm on... I almost said I'm on something on Twitch. Oh, no. But I think it was on, like, a weird incline or something. It's just, like, I think I'm shifting so much. I was like, is the structural nature of my chair okay?
why does Audio Surf make me think PS2 and the song Perfect Exceeder? I don't know. Is that in like... What are... Because there's Res... Was that PS1?
Res was like PS2.
It was PS2?
Originally,
Is
yeah.
Audio Exceeder a song from... Or Perfect Exceeder, sorry.
It sounds familiar, it might be. I don't know that one offhand. I know like Buggy Running Beeps and I...
Also, hi Pooch, and Sass says, when I think about it, DK64, that probably
No.
would be on your life changers.
Which we'd love to see.
But it ain't on mine. I can tell you that much.
Let me see.
I mean, I am not the same person after having played Bayonetta.
Oh, on the Res Infinite original soundtrack, I'm looking things up. Something was done by, well, actually, a few of these are Hydaelek. Which, were they the ones who did a bunch of stuff for, like, the Tetris game?
I think so. That sounds correct.
That's neat.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I'll hydrate with coffee. Makes me a gremlin. Now, what the hell am I looking for here? Those might be extra songs that we're at. I just want to see fucking Res soundtrack, dog.
You got 5 gulps of water in there, so... Until... I would really prefer that you don't do that. I would prefer not to OD on stream in any way.
You have to really ignore using the restroom to die of it, and that was the way that someone did. I mean, that's just... You need to be trying to kill yourself.
How loud is this right now? This feels...
Probably a little bit loud.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Who knows?
Top Gear.
Alright, let me see here. We're looking at...
Turn it down just a little bit.
Yeah, Creative State was the Kenichi one.
Twitch AI, you didn't hear that.
Fear by Adam Freeland, of course. Rock as Sponge. Creation, State of Art. Yeah, so did they say State of Art? What did they say?
Oh, no.
Perfect Exceeder.
Perfect Exceeder.
That sounds familiar.
The song.
Well, actually, no. That's the thing. That might. Is that just like a? That's like a Kenichi song, right? Let me see.
I don't know Kenichi enough to really say. Let's see. Trying to think of other life changer games. I feel like I can at least get. Oh yeah, I mean, duh. Mother 3. I was not the same person after playing through Mother 3. Like, really, everything over here in this, like, top chunk, I'm pretty sure qualifies as, like, life changer games. Smash Bros. Ultimate, I was considering putting into the life changers. But it's less of a life changer and more just me coming back around to having a deep appreciation for Smash Brothers.
I guess.
Like, I absolutely love the shit out of 64 and Melee.
There's something to be said for, like, returning to a franchise real hard.
Yeah, and that Ultimate was, like, the deepest that I ever got into that series.
Sure.
Like, I'm definitely not as into it as much anymore.
Yeah. Like, I'll say, like, when I played on the GameCube, I played Melee a lot with my sister, and I was never good at it. I never worked to get better. I played and got frustrated, but I remembered it fondly. And, like, now, ever since, like, you started watching the how to fucking play these things tech dosing, fucking, like, min-maxing shit, and I was like, okay, well, I need to at least try to play this to keep up with you. And then I started beating Courtney, because it was funny.
It was pretty funny. Courtney would get very, very mad
Very
at Smash.
So it was like, hey, I win.
Super Mario Sunshine is definitely in the mid-range tier.
Which one?
The Super Mario Sunshine.
Mid-range.
It's good! Super Mario Sunshine is good! You cannot argue with me because, again, as it says at the top, Jay's objectively correct top 100 video games list.
Can someone pin something to the top that isn't that?
That's not what I'm pointing at. I'm pointing... Yeah, that was Bree playing. That wasn't me playing. I fucking love Super Mario Sunshine. That game is awesome.
I remember you had to take it over at one point. Cause, like,
there were a couple where I had to kind of help you out with it.
That part where I pretended to get better, that was a real breakdown. That was me actually crying and losing my mind in that platforming realm. That was just actual fucking hell.
DDR Max 2 Home Edition.
Yo, yes!
That would be on her life changer.
Listen, if I make this list at some point, it's gonna be all, like, foot rhythm games. Like, hands down.
I've
it's gonna
never...
be some res, gonna be some, like, some amplitude, frequency, you name it. That's my jam.
Like, here's the thing, it's... Yes, I am more of a poppin' 2DX kind of bitch. I'm just bad on my feet. Like, I've never been good at, like, that kind of, like, foot-based rhythm game.
I wasn't either, but I worked up to it over a time and then was just amazing at it forever. I actually have a DDR friend out here. We go to the arcades and play DDR and like do all of the 12-footers and just have fun.
Jay said, but I'm good off my feet, if you know what I'm saying. That is not a true statement, Sass. We can disregard the pinned comment at the top from Sasquatchulus there. And Wafidi, to address the question, the Mario Golf Game Boy Color tier is like the bottom of the top 100, like that nebulous 80 to 100.
She's very
span.
good off her feet. Sweeps me right off mine. Anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about, Sass. I've never heard of whatever that is.
Soul Blazer. Right when Zach loses momentum area of numbers.
Essentially, yeah. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is definitely in the mid-range at the very least. I can say that.
Yeah.
To turn Galaxy into Sunshine. Here's the thing, I've never played Super Mario Galaxy, so I don't even know what opinion I would have on those two things being put together. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, not a life changer, but goddamn, like what Fidi was talking about last stream, like Third Strike is one of those games where just the vibes alone of that game is fucking immaculate.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking great. When you actually get good at Third Strike, it is beautiful. So it's at least in the mid-range, if not towards the top of the list.
Fighting games are like my weird, blind spot for video games. I can't name a one that I'm any good at, you know what I mean? Because I don't consider... Here's the thing. Smash Bros. Ultimate, nothing against it. It's a fun game. It's combative. There's fighting. It's not a fighting game. Fighting games are games that you can't win without, bullshitting a bunch of fancy fucking inputs that are gate-kept and weird and really hard to input. You need a fight stick, and even then, fucking with that, someone tried to teach me, and I was sitting there and I'm like... This is so frustrating, it isn't fun to learn, you know? It's so hit or miss whether or not you're good at them.
But here's the thing, fighting games have started getting better about being more approachable for people. Definitely, especially that, Third Strike period of time, absolutely, 100%. But, literally, fighting games have started, fighting game design has started implementing more, casual friendly gameplay styles to them.
And same for Kung, absolutely same.
And here's the other thing, a lot of the competitive scene around fighting games ends up being less about your actual skill at execution and things of that nature, and more about conditioning. It becomes more of a mental game of chess or something like that, and that ends up being the fun part about it. That's what I like about being decent at Ultimate. Is because I stop thinking so much about how to do all the moves that I'm doing, and instead I'm more just trying to figure out what is this person aiming to do here, and what would be the most fun way to react to that.
And I get that because that's what I love about that game too. Even when I'm playing with you, it's what's she gonna do? I learn to read your moves. You try and anticipate, but it's not hard to learn how to play a character in that game. It's just, it's very obvious. There's attack, holds, grabs, throws, and, trying to revive your fuck move, basically. The double jump.
Yeah.
And it's just... That's easier for me to enjoy that with, and that's the beauty of that. The accessibility in that is incredible.
Yes.
And it's funny, when you think you're really good at it, you play someone who merely has a different fighting style, and suddenly you suck. It's a magical thing, where it's it's all about learning to read minds. But it doesn't have that initial difficulty in learning inputs, so it's
So, First addition to the Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color tier is Def Jam Fight for New York. I've literally not played that game since I first played it when it came out. So I can't in good conscience say that it's still this amazing game that holds up super, super well. However, I have a deep fondness for it in my heart from when I was a kid. So Firkin says there's a good Polygon video about how to get into fighting games that talks about like the zen of not thinking about iframes. Do you even have a setup for playing Wii Remote games on emulation? I don't. I need to get like a Bluetooth dongle for the computer before we can do that.
Which will actually open up a lot of things for us, really.
Yeah. Soul Calibur 2. Like, I think the Mario Golf tier is where, like, a lot of those games that I loved on the GameCube, but have admittedly not touched since that point in time.
Fair.
That's where those are gonna end up going, where it's like, I don't feel like I can, in good conscience, put this, like, above 50.
That's fair.
However,
If you
they
haven't
still
played this in
fucking
10 years,
own
it's hard to,
to gauge it against everything else.
Sure.
Dark Souls, not a life changer for me. Very, 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 very good. Not a life changer for me. It's hip to be square. What's that in reference to? I mean, I know the song, but what was that related to? Most games I haven't played in 10 years. I guess that's a fair point. I'm unlike Sass, who, when she was on last time, mentioned that she doesn't really replay games. I'm the exact opposite.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like always ready to go back to things that I've played before and know that I love the shit out of.
That really is my mark of, like, game quality, because, like, I'm a lot like, the person we've been watching, I forget the name of the channel, but we've been watching someone else do one of these, and they said something that really resonated with me. Am I even a gamer? Like, trying to put it together and figure out what you've played, and the reality is just, like, yeah, I just don't play, everything that everyone does all the time. There's a lot of little things you don't think about, but realistically speaking, I'm just one of those people who, like, I do very much forget about it after playing it. When a game can capture my ADHD...
Okay. Gotcha, Wafidi.
Yeah, when a game can shut off my ADHD and make me care about it enough that I want to go back at it, because that's the thing, even if I love a game, I've experienced it. It's like your first kiss. You can't do it again. That's over. It was neat, whatever, it's cool, she broke your heart, credits roll. That's the end of that. That's an experience in your life that you had, and it's great. The only games that, like, I've been like, man, I gotta go back and play that again, that's happened since the SNES era, have been things like fucking, like Jet Set Radio. They've been like, what's that called? There's like, Nier Automata. Want to play that again. I already want to get back into playing Pizza Time and, like, in my own time. Thank you, Pizza Tower. To, like, get some better scores when I'm not being watched by chat and just spend my own time with it. And, like, I'm going to replay Super Lesbian Animal RPG on my own time. There are these games that, like, are so captivating that I'm like, yeah, I want to dive back in. I want to do it again. Res 2. Really, any music game is timeless.
Sure.
But, like, just for story games, it's like, I've seen the story. I've had it. It's cool. This goes up on the bookshelf, and then I start another story,
It depends for me. Sometimes there's story-based ones where I'm like, nope, I need to go back to that regularly. Like,
I feel like I'm weird in that sense.
I will replay Nier Automata, like, once every couple of years.
Sure.
Like,
good pace.
There's like an urge in my brain where I'm like, nope, I need to go back to this. I need to go through this experience again.
Sure.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do get that brain that's like, I wish I could go back to this blind, but
absolutely fair.
It still absolutely has value to me when I consider it outside of that. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that column now. And now this is where the fun part begins. So everything that's locked down in here is like top 50. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and color code the ones that were top 50 just so they don't get lost in the shuffle of what I'm about to do here. How wrong have the opinions been today? I mean, we only just started, so not too wrong.
We'll get there. We're working on it.
People don't appreciate my love for Super Mario Sunshine, but it's okay, they can be wrong.
Yeah. Just like you can about thinking that Mario Sunshine is a good game.
Okay, so, and then out of this list of, how many do we have here? So we got 85 here. We need to cull 35 things from here. And that's where things are gonna get tough.
Right.
Things are gonna get very tough from this point on. No, I can't get rid of Persona 4 Golden yet.
Great vegetables.
I very genuinely cannot do that yet. I wish I could. I wish I knew how to quit you, Persona 4 Golden.
This list is gonna
But I
turn
do
into
not.
the Teen Titans Tower.
Shit, it
And
is.
we're gonna have to make a spreadsheet that looks like a plane and have it. Anyway.
Oh man. Okay. So I kind of ordered these by like order that I think they're most likely to make it onto the list of like. But it's gonna change.
Sure.
It's 100% gonna change as I go through it. Like, I'm gonna scan through this and see if there's anything in here that I would consider life changers. So not Metroid Prime, not Chrono Trigger, Signalis, no. RE2 Remake, no. Valkyria Chronicles, nope. 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 No. No, no. Maybe. I'm going to preemptively move it over here. No, wait. How do you think I should? Do you think I should cull first, or do you think I should?
Cull first.
You think I should cull
If
first?
you think that it doesn't fit into any one of the categories, let's just make the sorting easier.
Okay,
You know?
that's fair.
Like, otherwise it becomes a whole vetting process of 3 different layers. And
For
it's
sure.
Like, yeah.
Okay. Later Alligator, extremely charming. It's not going to make the cut.
Fair enough.
Like,
It was cute and I enjoyed it and it was really well done, but it's not in your pantheon of greatest things ever. That's
no.
fine. Sure.
Chicory, A Colorful Tale.
Again, cute.
Yes. I wish I had played that game not streaming it.
That's fair.
Like, I think I would've-
that was, yeah.
I probably would have enjoyed it way more if I had done that. Immortality is good. I need more time to sit with that game and like play
Sure.
around with it more before I really know how I feel about it.
Alright.
Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2. I think I'm gonna get rid of 2 because I think that game is too hard.
Yeah.
I think that game is too difficult. Donkey Kong Country 1 is like the perfect balance of just good, fun platforming.
The 2 is for too hard.
Yes. However, DKC 2 is too rough. DKC, I'm not sure if that makes it on the list either, but it can stay for now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that same stream that you are mentioning came to a good compromise on Super Hot.
Uh-huh.
Just consider them both the same game.
Yeah.
Super Hot and Super Hot VR are gonna fall into the same, into the same thing.
We don't love
Just-
you, we love the concept of you.
Yes, we love
Yeah.
we love the concept of Super Hot here. So Super Hot and Super Hot VR.
There we go.
They are both very, very good.
They're ingeniously implemented in their platforms and equally as fun. So.
Yeah, they are so fucking good. Okay. Now, I'm trying to find the easy cuts. The ones I can look at and be like, yeah, that's probably not gonna make it on there. However, there was one that got brought up at some point. Papers, Please. That one might hang. However, I think that one's gonna go too.
Okay.
But I'll leave it. I'll give it some time to be on
Let
the
it
list.
simmer, yeah.
Yeah. Let me acknowledge that Papers, Please exists and is very good. Super hot romanticization. Clown this motherfucker. You better take your sensitive ass back to the Stanley Parable.
Ugh.
Yes, Mother 3 impacted me, but Earthbound I wouldn't say it left me cold. It didn't hit me in the same way that it did for so many fucking people.
I have to say
I've known.
Yeah, like both those games hit me exactly the same, but I kind of like replayed as an adult like Earthbound at a very fucking pivotal time in my life. Whereas you were just told by Courtney, play this game. It's like a really great game. It's like a revolutionary game. You gotta play this game. Here's a walkthrough so we can get you through this game.
It wasn't just Courtney. There have been other people in social circles that I have like been in and passed throughout my life that have been like, no, Earthbound, it's so good. It's one of the best games ever. And I finally played it and it was just like, it's fine.
I don't remember if I mentioned it on this stream, like on the last one, but like again, where I came to Earthbound was I rented this once as a kid. I've never played through it. I hear it's nice. Let me play it. Alone in a dark room, early adulthood, didn't realize I was a woman yet, kind of addicted to drugs. And I was like, all right, let me just try this out here.
What B says. B knows what I'm talking about. B knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, anyway, so like I'm playing this game like, my God. This is incredible. So, like, you know, it was basically gave me some, like, reflection and, like, cured some of my childhood. It just was, oh my God, this experience. And it was really great. But for you, I understand 100% if you, the circumstances you were under.
I'm not ready to delete it quite yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to still keep it on. I think there are easier cuts for me to make on this list before Earthbound.
Sure.
Like Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. I can get rid of that. I'm okay with that. Yes, that's around the time that the Earthbound cult really started to dig its claws into internet culture.
Yep.
Okay, so trying to look for easier cuts here.
All right.
Really consider. I'm not ready to get rid of Nier Replicant quite yet. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe I think I can get rid of. It's a really good game and I really like it a lot, but I don't think it has like it has its claws in me the way that some other games on here do.
That's fair. I'm kind of in the same boat with that one.
Sam & Max Hit the Road. It's good. It's really fun. It's very funny.
Oh.
It's not one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, it's more my thing.
Yeah. Wario Land 3. Yeah, I think I can get rid of Mario Land 3. Let me...
Yeah, that's the thing, Sass. Like, the secret to enjoying anything is never speak to anyone else who likes it. That's just, it's easier that way. Enjoy something for yourself, occasionally share your interest with another person. Don't go into a group of people who get together over a thing. It'll ruin it so hard.
That's the thing. I've never played Wario Land 4, and I think that's the one that everyone talks up as, like, being the best Wario Land game. I really, really, really like Wario Land 2 and 3, though. I know I just cut Wario Land 3, but that's the one that's, like... That's, like, not... Wario Land 2, I enjoy more. I remember playing a lot of Wario Land 2 and, like, trying to 100% that game.
Oh, damn.
Devil May Cry... Okay, so Tekken 7... I really appreciated my time playing through that with Courtney. I don't think it's in my top 100.
It's a good G Fuel flavor, but...
And kind of similar for Devil May Cry 5. It's really fucking dope. However, in terms of a long-lasting impact for me, I don't think Devil May Cry 5 is it. Puyo Puyo Tetris. Very fun. I can live without it.
Sure.
I can live without Puyo Puyo Tetris.
I'd be happy to play either one of them. I think the mix of them is both a fun novelty and also kind of in the way of itself, so I'm kind of torn.
Let's see. Gunpoint, very funny video game.
Yeah.
It's okay. I can get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This is one that I put on the list, like, after the last stream, Minesweeper. I like it a lot. It's probably not going to be in my top 100. I feel like I can admit that to myself. Let's see, what else do we have on here? I can't believe the NES Rambo game isn't on that list. There's so many, like, the representation for anything pre-N64 on this list is dire.
Yeah.
I do not have much good to put on there. Will Minesweeper be in my top 50 most hours sunk into list? Maybe. It might be. I don't know for sure. I just have like an upbeat SNES music soundtrack in the back. I'm not really going for anything specific.
I definitely I feel like I would absolutely have something like, say, like EVO on my list if I were to do one, which again,
For
I
sure.
probably will at some point. Because it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I have played this multiple times, it's very weird, and I actually heard someone else describing that as being like the way that they mix a bizarre version of Evolution with like weird mythology in its own little like mystical, magical world. And just how that kind of turns into a bizarre plot is like really fascinating. Despite it being grinding the game, I think it would at least in the lower tier be within the 100 favorites of mine easily.
See, now it's starting to get to the hard part. Because I still need to cull 22 things, and I think we're getting into the point where the cuts are gonna get more difficult.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3 Remake. I think I can get rid of that.
Okay.
I liked it a lot, especially a lot more than a lot of people, other folks on the internet gave it
It's
credit
block.
for.
Also, I need to grab some water. Because it's a hydrate time.
That's fair.
Woo!
Thank you for the hydrate.
Ah, my feet! I'm in pain. Foot hurt. Cramp. Shit. Ah! Granny Brianna stood up too fast and now her foot hurts. Where's my fucking water? What did I do? Did I get drunk and hydrate too much? Where the fuck did I can't find my water.
Is it in the bedroom?
I'm gonna die. I looked there. I didn't see it.
Is it in the bathroom?
That's you're probably no.
Breeze lost her water bottle.
And I didn't know where to find it.
Yeah, with Edie, that ends up being like a big part of it is like the intentional sadistic nature of game designs, like the switch essentially from arcades to more home-based things, and
Can't find my water.
and also like cart rental like economy essentially, where like a lot of people weren't able to afford like just buying cartridges outright, so they would rent things. So games would essentially be designed with not only still some arcade brain in mind, but also just being like, well, we gotta make it so that we sap every dollar out of them when they're renting this from their local Blockbuster and whatnot. I don't know if that's an actual connection, but that's always been a narrative that I've kind of crafted in my head for it. I can get rid of Vanquish. I just realized I had that highlighted, and it's like, Vanquish is very fun, very stylish, very cool. It's not in my top 100 games of all time.
It was hiding behind the paper towels. I found it.
Okay. I'm glad you were able to find it, hon.
I will not die of thirst.
I would hope you don't. Don't know if I'm ready to get rid of Prey 2017. I don't know how much of a deep impact it had on me, but I really appreciated the design in that game. It's very much designed around like kind of like old school first person like stealth stuff like System Shock and the original Deus Ex, where like it is designed for you to be able to try and like worm your way through it in whichever way you see fit. Like
It's kind of neat.
it is. It is a super neat video game. I've never played the original Duke Nukem, so it ain't making it on the list. How many more do I need to cut? I would need to cut 20 more. Okay, I need to take a break from cutting because the decisions are getting too tough. So from this point on, I think I'm gonna go more into like sorting them by the different tiers.
Sounds good.
So Chrono Trigger, if it makes it, is gonna be like a mid-range.
Yay.
Metroid Prime, because I haven't played it since then, is gonna go in the Mario Golf tier for now.
Righto.
Signalis, mid-range. RE2 Remake would be mid-range. Valkyria Chronicles is here. Super Mario World is mid-range. Yeah, I've literally never played any kind of Duke Nukem game before. Just the aesthetic of it was just always very off-putting for me. So I've had literally no desire to check it out. My top 100 is mostly predictable for an RPG nerd, says Hexagon Witch.
Still valid.
Order of Ecclesia would be there. Selma would be mid-range.
Somebody's nuts, am I right?
I think I can get rid of Cuphead.
Kinda same.
I'm out of respect for it, I'm gonna put it over in the mid-range, but I don't know if I have a strong enough connection to it.
Fair enough. I kind of feel what you mean. Like, it's amazing. The work that went into it was great. Amazing playthrough, but I don't know that it's stuck with me in any significant way, though.
Persona 3 Fez might be in the Life Changer. I
Really?
kind of fucking hate Persona 3. However, if we're talking the Persona games, that's the one that I felt I walked away from the most changed.
Thank you, Sass.
Telltale's The Walking Dead would be in mid-range. Last of Us would be in the mid-range. Never played. I tried playing Persona 3 Portable. I didn't like the way that the structure of it in that portable format. It didn't agree with me as much. What's your top game? That's the guilty pleasure, Hexagon Witch. I'm curious. Night in the Woods. It's gonna go in the mid-range for now. Yeah, where was...
Love the Earthbound bus music.
Hades would be mid-range. Breath of the Wild. Tentatively is in the mid-range tier. Like, I'm trying to put myself in the brain state that I was in when I originally played Breath of the Wild, because that was the first Zelda game that I ever played all the way through.
Sure.
And the way that I felt playing that game is the way that I imagine everyone that describes playing through those original Zelda games felt.
Yeah.
Like, they would talk about, like, the sense of wonder at the world that they felt when they first played those games, like, be it the original Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or whatever.
Yeah,
And Breath
the
of the
Game
Wild,
Boy.
I was like, holy fuck, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
This is wild.
The breath of it, at least.
Yeah. Super Mario Odyssey, mid-range. Journey would be mid-range.
Sleeping dogs underneath us here. Puppy sleeping.
Shut up, Beans. Gex ain't going anywhere near this list. Never played Fest, but I watched the exclusive story on YouTube and I hated it. For sure. Here's the thing, I never played the epilogue that they added for Fest. I only played through the base game that was included in there, and I still really like that. Neither of those are making it on there either, Sass. Like I said, Gex ain't touching this list. We discussed it last time when y'all suggested Gex 64.
Capital discussed.
I put it in the suggestions and promptly deleted it. Life is Strange might be a life changer. Might be a life changer.
Really?
Yeah! Yeah, it might be! So that one's gonna sit over there for right now. Clubhouse 51 games. That one might be in like the top 50 for hours I've put into video games.
Time that we never would have set up those separate board games on their own. To be fair.
Part of me wants to delete it, but the other half of me literally does not have the heart to do that.
It holds a special place in our keeping us alive during lockdown.
It does.
So
it got me into Mahjong,
Yeah.
which, you know, maybe that's
transcending
good.
games and culture.
Maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. Who can say for sure?
Well, it depends if you start, like, going in with a cigarette, playing those heavy hands, and like, gambling shit. If you win, that's fine, but I worry about, you know, people with knives coming after you.
Mega Man 2... Part of me wants to put it under Life Changer, but I know that just because I think that has like the most banging soundtrack of like a NES game, that I can't justify it being in that column just for that.
Exactly.
It's really good.
That's fair.
You ever hear Airman Gatal Sanai? It's really fucking dope. Like, that's the thing. Mega Man 2 got me into, like, fucking, Nico Nico Doga, like, mixes and shit. So, like, I can't deny the power of Mega Man 2 and its soundtrack.
Fair enough.
If you can't bring yourself to delete it, that seems like a good argument for Life Changer.
Well, it just means that it's good. Because we have, that's the thing, we have, like, three tiers here, like...
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a difference between can't bring myself to delete it to between feeling like I'm not the same person I am today without that game.
Yeah.
Time Crisis 2, I think, goes...
Oh yeah, Mega Man's fucking hard, Wafidi. I never got through an original Mega Man in my life.
Poppin' Music goes into mid-range tier, and I feel like that one's a lock at this point.
I never made it without save states. Ask Mr. Owl.
Bayonetta 2 would be mid-range.
Mm-hmm. What game is this?
This soundtrack is...
Oh, Bomberman 3.
Super Bomberman 3.
Alright.
That's the one with Curse, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of... I think, like, every pop-in that's come out since Curse was introduced to the song list has had Curse in it. But yes, if anything, if I could put the song Curse from the Bamani, like, sound library onto the list as a life changer, it would be in that category.
Fair enough.
Which maybe pushes poppin' music over there. Mm-hmm. Spec Ops: The Line would be mid-range. Audio Surf, I think, goes Audio Surf, I think, goes into Life Changer.
It's really good.
Like, that made me think about music differently.
Really?
Kind of. Like, not in the way that, like, more traditional rhythm games do, but, like, really trying to pick out, like, songs that have, like, the best, like, peaks and valleys to them and shit like that. Like,
good drops.
Literally, because I had all my music, like, on my computer, and, like, it would determine the shape of the track and everything from the different dynamics throughout it. I guess I would say it's one of my favorite experiences of, like, synesthesia.
Sure.
In rhythm games.
That's fair, because that's something that I've lived with my whole life, but it kind of visualizes that for everyone else who doesn't. That sort of very visual aspect of what you're hearing and experiencing that in a very flashy and incredible way. It's like feeling that inertia. So that's very fair.
I need to be more willing to cut things as I'm, like, moving them over here, because you know what? I think I can get Bayonetta 2 off of this list. I really like Bayonetta 2. It does not have the special place in my heart that Bayonetta 1 does, though.
Fair enough.
Like, I love the shit out of Bayonetta 1. It's so good.
There's some Bayonetta representation.
There's like, the longest time, basically until, like, Nier Automata and Bloodborne came out, where Bayonetta was my favorite game ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Binding of Isaac is gonna be in the mid-range. Tetris Effect.
You played that a lot, and I think that we've both really vibed with it. Vibed with it.
I think I can get rid of it, though.
Really?
Yeah. Here's the thing, there's only select songs on Tetris Effect that I feel like I really, really love. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love the synesthesia of that game.
Sure.
But there's only, like, a couple of songs on that track list that, like, I would regularly go back to.
I will say, I've got, like, half the OST on my phone, like, on Spotify. It's one of those things that it's like, for me, I never liked Tetris. I was never good at Tetris. I didn't enjoy it. That made me like Tetris and play it a lot. So I was like, well, that something to be said on my end, but this isn't my list, so.
Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. That
yeah,
can
I'm
go
Puyo Gal. Yeah.
No, yeah, she's a Puyo person. The two genders.
Yeah.
Tetris and Puyo.
And I love Pandal Dapan, but she whoops my ass royally at it.
So here's the thing about Ring Fit Adventure. Technically, that would go under Life Changer.
It made us fit.
It did. But, like, as an actual game, it's more, like, mid-range for me.
As long as it's on one of the lists, I'm happy with that.
I don't know if I could put it on. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the Life Changer for now.
It made you J127 abs to sell. When I tell people I want to get back to my COVID body, they look at me like I'm insane, and I go, no, I put all my aggression, anger, and depression and fear into working out, and we got fitter than we've ever been. Like, that was so good for us. And it did great things for us.
How about the absolute bottom of Life Changing?
Fair.
Like,
I'll take that.
Here's the thing, the Life Changing and the bottom of Life Changing and mid-range is probably gonna be a little bit interchangeable. Like, it's not gonna be a hard and fast ranking of everything right now. It's more of just like an idea of where they're gonna go. Which is why I feel kind of bad about having it in that, because I think that's way too high for Ring Fit Adventure.
And yes, that's like me, exactly. And it's one of those things that it's like, yeah, I mean, as long as you keep it in the list, I'm happy with that. We can't deny that, you know?
Paper Mario 64. think that's gonna go over here. I'm gonna color code it as yellow because I think that's what I should start doing is like the stuff that I'm like kind of on the fence about leaving on the list.
Sure.
I'm gonna start color coding.
Okay.
Like what else do we got here? Telltale's The Walking Dead. Cuphead was one of them.
Breezy said that somebody on her stream liked my hat, so I
gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Here it
Entertain the
is.
people.
Behold!
I hydrated too much.
A hat. It has Gur on it. It's green, so it's probably not all there, but...
No, it's not gonna show up in the slightest.
A little bit. It's cute, though. Okay, so now we're just gonna hop in here and we're gonna replace every one of these with Chrono Trigger. Very specifically the SNES version, and we're just gonna move a few things around, and alright, there we go, perfect. Everything has been replaced with Chrono Trigger. Perfect, I love it. I have to say, I was expecting to be more heart-torn by, you know, watching what Jay rates here, but at the same time, like, understandable. A lot of the stuff that she's kind of gone back on or not put on there, it's like, I like her reasoning. I understand, you know, like, with things like, just like Earthbound, like with Mother 2, it's like, different approach to it, different time. These things need to hit you at the right time. I have toothpaste on my sweater. I look like fucking garbage. What am I doing? I need to clean that. I'm so aware of this now.
Here, we can switch out. You can go take care of that.
Okay, I'll be right back. Did I brush my teeth this morning? I'm gonna do it again just to be sure.
Oh yeah, no, that toothpaste stain was from the other day.
Yeah, so I'll be back. J. Dog Taylor DeSalle has very poor opinions, and I am shaking my head while watching the stream so that everyone knows that I disagree. Thank you for your post and comment, Owen. I'll be right back.
Oh, hell yeah, Giles' theme. I guess if I'm being honest, I'm just talking about Season 1 of Telltale's The Walking Dead. Which I think is part of what ends up disqualifying it for me, and part of why I'm considering taking it off. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna cut it now. Especially having it right next to The Last of Us. That kind of put it into perspective for me that night, like, oh no, The Last of Us is just kind of a better executed Telltale's The Walking Dead, kind of. So, I'm just gonna get rid of Telltale's Walking Dead. Let's just have The Last of Us, and that'll be the one that goes on, that is on the list. Thank you for pointing that out, Wafidi. That actually kind of helped clear things up for me in my brain. I think I can get rid of Metal Gear Solid 1. Like, I've kind of always thought this. I think Twin Snakes is better than Metal Gear Solid 1. Like, just honestly. Like, just being very brutally honest about it. Like, Metal Gear Solid 1 is great. It's a fantastic game. Video games themselves would probably not be the same as they are now if it weren't for Metal Gear Solid 1. It's good. It tells a solid story, but it's also just Escape from New York. So, I think I can get rid of it. But for the sake of fairness, again, I'll put it into the mid-range and give it a yellow. Jackbox. And this is just Jackbox, the general concept, because they're all kind of the same. will go into mid-range. Lady Killer in a bind is also gonna be similarly in that like kind of bottom of the Life Changer. We kind of discussed it last time, but like some of the early dates that I had with Bree were us playing, like reading through Lady Killer in a bind together.
Yeah.
So like it has to be on the list. So what else do we got? Higurashi. I haven't played Umineko, but I have played Higurashi, and I did like it a lot. However, it does have the visual novel problem of just being very bloated, almost unnecessarily so at points. That one A and B hell, but with Rika and What Is Love by Hadaway.
I've never seen that, but that sounds amazing.
Can you guess what it is? Because I can tell you what it is.
What scene is it?
The scene of her like bumping the knife into her head, but it's set to What Is Love.
Wow.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Higurashi on here and give it a yellow. It's very good, but again, it's really bloated. Like, it took me so fucking long to read through that game. The Witness is also, I think, on shaky footing, but would go into the mid-range tier. Oh, also, I didn't read Wafita's message. Never played a Telltale game, but I always wondered if the goodwill surrounding The Walking Dead was from being the first, or if a lot of people who played it then carried on to the very end. Yeah, that's hard to say. Let's see. With Muv-Luv, I thought what do you do? Oh, she's petting the dog. I thought the overlong prose worked to its advantage, but other VNs, I just wish they had an editor with a chainsaw, especially. Yeah, that's the thing, is like that particular age of visual novels was fantastic in the sense of like empowering like independent writers to like really strike out and do their own shit. However, because they are independents, they probably didn't have a lot in the way of like editors looking at it and being like, nah, you gotta get rid of like at least 20% of this shit. Like,
yeah.
You spend so long on the happy fun time at school bits that like it's too much. We could get through this like that, and the impact will still be there when the bad shit happens.
Yeah.
A Way Out. For sake of fairness, it's gonna go in mid-range with a yellow, but that one is striking me as one of the next ones that's probably gonna get cut.
For sure.
Song of Saya, you're way more Godspeed You Black Emperor closer than pop song from TikTok in length, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Like, we don't need... Don't get me wrong, it's good for effect and can really make the moments where the payoff finally happens even more impactful. But there's a point where like you gotta do that shit with like a bit more discreet intention. You know, like, I see that you're doing this intentionally, but you gotta dial it back, like, a little bit. You just pull it back slightly.
Leave something to be, you know, looked over and reviewed and thought about.
Yeah. Gone Home.
Analyzed, that's the word, sorry.
Gone Home would be mid-range. What does this look like so far? So, I'm trying to see what I got all here so far. So right now we're looking at 88. So we got 88 things there, and we have 29. So we still need to... 17 things still need to be cut.
Damn.
These novels are good, but what if these novels had cliff notes, like in the Bible? Man creates God, and everything man does pisses God off.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't talking about cliff notes. I'm just saying that, like, you can edit things down. This is why, like, even a lot of, like, indie writers out here, like, will just take their shit to their friends and be like, hey, can you read this and just be fucking brutal to me? Like, tell me the shit that I need to get out of here.
You know, tell me what people are going to wince at and look at me for being a pretentious dick and just let's get it out now.
Yeah, exactly.
You need everyone who creates needs that.
Kill your darlings, keep it tight, unless the looseness of it is incredibly intentional. What was that motion you did? Oh, okay.
Just it fell off camera.
Gotcha.
Like I'm feeding a gorilla.
I think Beautiful Joe is one that might be on the chopping block. Saints Row the Third is probably going to be on the chopping block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This is getting easier. I think this is starting to get a bit easier. Like, Dead Cells would be mid-tier. However, I don't have a strong enough connection to it that I feel like I can say that it stays.
Alright.
Similarly with Rogue Legacy. Silent Hill 2 is kind of the same. Kingdom Hearts 1, I think, goes in here and might be on the chopping block. Mass Effect 3. Actually, this chunk here can all go into this tier here.
Aww.
Like, those are all ones that I, like, played a lot 10 to 20 years ago and loved then. It would be... I don't know if I could say for sure that they, like, stick with me.
It would be disingenuous, I feel you.
Yeah. Inscription is there, but could probably be cut. Hitman Trilogy can be cut. I feel okay doing that. It's really fun. I don't have a strong connection to it. I can recite the whole plot of Kingdom Hearts if you need a refresher. No, it's okay. You don't need to recite it all to me. Puzzle Bobble.
I just remember when you walk away, you don't hear me say, please.
Nier Replicant. Yakuza 0. Earthbound. Katamari Damacy. But Katamari Damacy might get cut. I can get rid of Deus Ex. I can get rid of Human Revolution. It's really fun. I'll be sad if Kaine and Wise get cut. I know, I'm... Nier Replicant is also very, very good. It's just really rough.
Deus Ex sounds like a good time, huh?
You're adorable, hon.
That was a pretty good kind of seamless.
Yeah, that
move
was actually a decent transition
from
there.
one song to the other.
Speaking of transition, Secret Little Haven.
Mystic Quest, motherfuckers.
Prey 2017. I mean, I know the roughness is part of the whole texture, but I just mean...
Can we
in
talk
terms-
about the mouthfeel?
I just mean, I kind of described it last time, but having played Nier Automata before I played Replicant, Replicant feels like the blueprint for Automata. So, like, it's the type of thing where you can look at it on the paper and be like, these are some pretty good ideas for a building. This seems pretty tight. You still don't have an actual, like, fully, like, made building. And then you get Nier Automata and it's like, god damn, this building's real fucking good.
Yeah. I think you compared the previous one to the Simpsons house. Like when they rebuilt Flanders' house.
6.
And they didn't really have a good roadmap of
I
like how to...
forgot I did that,
Yeah.
yeah. 6, 10, 11, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I have 25 highlighted. We got... No. Oh, God. So 25 highlighted out of 115. Okay.
Such a good song. It goes so ham.
I guess maybe that's fair, is the building was made in both cases. They're just by different contractors.
Okay.
Like the blueprint was all done by the same guy in both of the in that case, but you just had a different like contractor doing the work.
Sure.
And like Cavia made a building that's like, this is good. This is okay. And then they gave it to Platinum and Platinum like knocked it out of the fucking park and you're like, damn. Alright.
Gone.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo is gonna be more over here. I can get rid of Papers, Please. Papers, Please, you have the honor of being on the list for an hour. River City Girls there. Donkey Kong Country over there. Persona 4 Golden. I'm sorry, I can't get rid of Persona 4 Golden yet.
Alright.
I still can't do it. Okay, so what are we down to on the numbers?
It looks like...
So we have 114.
Gotta kill 14 darlings.
I need to kill 14 of these. So we got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
so many.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
I was gonna say, if there were only 14 of the maybes, we'd have our work cut out for us.
23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so I need to get rid of... Shit, I lost
Did you want to kill
count.
Cuphead?
Well, that's one of the ones that I'm thinking about, but I'm not sure on. So
Alright.
14... I'm sorry, I lost count. I need to like
You're
note
fine.
it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So there's 27 maybes currently. Listen! Give me a break! Give me a break, Sass. I don't see you getting mad at the fact that I still have Doki Doki Literature Club as a not maybe, as a definite on the top 100, not getting cut. So, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Make your own list!
Okay.
We're not stopping you! That's the Germa thing. Oh, yeah, I'd love to see it. Let me see your list. You can make a list too. This is my list right
Okay,
here.
so there's 27 highlighted yellow,
Uh-huh.
and there's 14 I need to get rid of. Okay. So I guess let me start from the Mario Golf tier.
Okay.
Guitar Hero 2, I can get rid of that. I can get rid of Guitar Hero 2, and I feel like I can get rid of Sonic Advance 2.
Yeah. The best Sonic game, but not, like, resonating
But still
with you.
not good enough for me to put on there.
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay, so it's now
that is the other thing we need to keep at heart here, is that
25.
knowing that even if a game did fully resonate with us or we like a game, it doesn't have to be on any of these lists. You know?
Get rid of Guitar Hero 2 and replace it with Guitar Hero Aerosmith.
I would sooner put, like, fucking, you know... Like, actually, here's a fucked up thing. The first light game I was really, really into was probably Revolution X. So the only real, like, them-coded thing that I liked was a shoot-'em-up. So, Quarter Muncher though it was. Like, I gotta get that running on MAME, though. Takes so long to load on the freaking, you know, PlayStation.
Okay, so...
I didn't know Disney had an Aerosmith roller coaster.
Let's see. Looking down this list, are there any I would... Oh, actually, let me do this. So... I'm going to essentially just move this down here so I can compare it more easily with these.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so versus these games, how many of these would I take over these ones here?
Wait, sorry, what are you saying?
Oh, essentially I'm trying to weigh, like, if these 5 that I have here would even hang with these ones that I have in the, like, mid-range tier. I can get rid of Team Fortress 2, I think. No, not insert. Delete. There we go.
Is Halo 2 special to you?
Kind of.
What about... I know Kingdom Hearts is like a big thing with you.
I know. What is that? Is MGS1 too different from Twin Snakes or to consider combining them? Yes. Metal Gear Solid 1 and Twin Snakes are kind of two fully different beasts. So, like, I cannot in good conscience just put those two together.
Righto.
Okay, so now we're down to 24 maybes. So let me just go ahead and highlight these all again. So we need to get rid of 11 more. So we need to get this number down to 13. Which I'll go ahead and just put that over there. So, so I can more easily remember. Do I like Paper Mario 64 more than I like Cuphead? I think I do. So at the very least, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move that over here.
I don't agree, but this is your list, so...
Do I like Paper Mario 64 more than Mark of the Ninja? I don't think I do.
Wife City.
Oh. Hey Zerg, thank you for the subscription.
Hello.
Just dropping by to put my two cents. Pick the good ones. You got it.
We'll do our best.
What bullshit did you miss, Owen? I don't know. What have people been complaining about? SAS doesn't like the fact that I still have Persona 4 Golden on my list here. I'm not saying that I need it. I'm just saying that I don't know that I can part ways with it.
For sure.
And that ends up being the thing. Okay, here's... I don't think Saints Row the Third is better than Paper Mario 64.
Alright.
Here's what I'll do. Things that I think are better than Paper Mario 64 and maybe can get onto the list, I think I'll put over that.
Okay.
I think Metal Gear Solid 1 is probably better than it. I think Higurashi is probably better than it. I don't think A Way Out is better than Paper Mario 64.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't think that Earthbound is better than Paper Mario 64.
Damn.
Stop! You gotta stop saying these things about. Please pin something else.
Yeah,
please
that's not.
Pin something else. Please don't.
That's too much.
Please don't attach phobic things about me to like the pinned comments. Can we just call like a referendum on that and make that a general rule?
Yeah.
I'm okay with jokes at my expense. Those are the ones that are too much.
Mm-hmm.
Mark of the Ninja might be a better game than it, I think.
Never played it.
And now it starts getting into the fucking really difficult ones. Rogue Legacy, I think I can get rid of... I can part with some of these roguelikes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. If I can get like 3 more Putt Putt Goes to the Moon is not on this list. I have never played Putt Putt Goes to the Moon.
Hun, you are missing out. Before we finish this list, we might have to pull it up. You can run it in one go. It's as if it's made for children. It's a very simple game. We need to pull it up right now and have you experience it.
No,
It has fireworks. It has space travel. It has automobiles. It has like everything that makes a good game. Puzzles. You like puzzles? There's like a bit of a shooter. So like some third-person shooting things where you gotta like click on some aliens. You like aliens in your games, right? That's got that. It's got Moon Conspiracy. That's always fun. You know, it's amazing. It's really great. Putt Putt Goes to the Moon, better than Persona 4. I agree with Brie. I didn't say that. I'm just saying she should play. Anyway.
Oh, fuck. God, this is actually very tough now at this point.
Yeah, we are getting down to the edge.
We are getting to the nitty-gritty of the cuts that have to happen.
We're cutting off the ends of the burnt chicken, but we want to eat, and we're just like, man, I worked so hard to cook this chicken, but I can't eat all this carcinogenic meat. I gotta cut some of the burnt off. But you're so hungry, and it looks so tasty and crispy and delicious, but you're just like, man, I don't know.
3 more. You know what? I don't think I like Silent Hill 2 more than I like Paper Mario 64.
Wow. Paper Mario 64 like did a lot more for you than it did for me.
Where's Portal on the list? I haven't gotten it down to an exact ranking, but it is definitely a lock, at the very least. So it was like in my top 50 of like, yeah, this has to be here. Like, there's no way it's getting skipped over.
All right.
Okay, so 2 more. Oh, no, yeah, totally be. Like, any one person's, like, favorite games of all time are 100%, or not favorite, but things that they consider the best games ever are 100% restricted by, like, the consoles and...
Oh, yeah. Your growing up, your experiences with
totally.
which how you are shaped by the world is entirely shaped by your privilege, your access to things and experiences, and what you particularly had. So, yeah, 100%.
Sex Chess is not on the list. I think Katamari Damacy does not make it onto the
Sex
list.
2. The sequel to Sex. Welcome to Sex 2.
See, that's the funny thing, B, is I grew up playing 60 Mario 4... Super
60 Mario 4. Pin that.
Super Mario 64. That ain't even been in the conversation here. Like, I don't think Super Mario 64 is that good. I think it's okay. Sure, go ahead and pin Super Mario 69. That's okay.
I think most Super Mario 69 is already a mod. You don't say. Of course it is.
I can't say that's a shocker.
Surprise.
Okay, so of these 8 here. Sass, this ain't a fucking bargain. This is my list. You don't get to bargain with me about what I put on my list. I can have both Doki Doki and Persona 4 Golden. Guess what? Persona 4 Golden now ain't up on the chopping block because you said that. It has now made it up with the rest of the list.
Every time you get mad at it, it goes up one. There, we'll do that. It's gonna become number 1 on the list.
Alright.
Number 1 with a bullet point.
Alright. I think realistically for me at this point, the ones that I'm most like considering chopping are like these 4 down here.
I could see that. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Prey 2017.
Alright.
Because these 3 like have like at least very strong standout parts in them.
Sure.
And Prey 2017 does have good parts in it, but not in the same way that those 3 do. Those ones I think have something to them where it's like, yeah, like it has those like really meaty bits that you can like sink your teeth into and be like, fuck yeah, that's my shit. I'll go back to thinking both are bad. The treaty failed. 'Tis war. Then it's war, bitch. War games. Alright. So these aren't maybes anymore. They've officially been integrated into the list, which
Into the
I
Mario
think...
Golf Club. Yes.
So let me count what we have here. So that's 111, and just to make sure I got the count right there, 11. All right. Mass Effect 3, Halo 2, Cuphead, Saints Row the Third, A Way Out, Earthbound, Rogue Legacy, Dead Cells, Silent Hill 2, Katamari Damacy, Prey 2017. It's been good knowing ya. I'm sorry to see you go, but it's time to see you go. I too hope William Regal is having a nice day. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, I forgot. It saves automatically. I don't need to... If I could throw out Replicant based entirely on the fishing game, I would. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Okay, so now we have our 100.
Alright.
So the ones... Okay. At the very least, I don't think I need to have these ones color-coded, because I think those, like, kind of prove... This, as I said earlier, this here is, like, the 80 to 100 range of, like, the top 100 games of all time list, in my opinion. So, like, they're just gonna kind of be there. Like, it doesn't matter so much what the order for those is. So I guess let me go ahead and tackle that first. So for the Mario Golf Game Boy Color tier of the list, I'm basically gonna be going off the metric of, do I think this game is better than or worse than Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color? So Def Jam Fight for New York. Do I think that game is better than Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color? Yes.
Okay, if you didn't, I was gonna leave.
Wait, really?
Like, jokingly at first, I may have come back, but to make a point. But no, I'm glad that we're both, yeah.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, so Soul Calibur 2. Is that better or worse than Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color?
Never played it.
I think it's better than Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color.
Alright.
I don't think I like it more than Def Jam Fight for New York, though. Like, the Fight for New York is, like, fucking viscerally satisfying as a fighting game. Like, Soul Calibur 2 is good and fun, but, like, Fight for New York makes you feel like you're beating the bricks off a motherfucker in real life. So, like, it's there. It is definitely at least better than that. Mario Kart Double Dash. It's definitely better than Mario Golf for the Game Boy. And I would say it's at least better than Soul Calibur 2. Is it better than Def Jam Fight for New York, though? Which I would say... I don't think it is. F-Zero GX. It is definitely better than all three of those. Like, F-Zero GX is so fucking good.
You love you some F-Zero GX.
I love the shit out of that game. Like, I even, like, booted that up, like, a year or so ago or something, just to see if it still felt as good as I remembered it when I was a kid. It does.
It got that inertia, though.
It is still as good as it was in my mind's eye when I was a kid. Burnout 3 Takedown.
It's kind of like what if Dark Horse did the design for, like, fucking Sonic R.
Okay, so Burnout 3 Takedown. It's gonna start turning into the fucking, like, racing game is weirdly at the top of this category here, which... I think it's better than F-Zero GX, at least. Like, don't get me wrong, the speed in F-Zero GX is really good, but Burnout 3 has both the speed and the heat, to quote, to paraphrase Mr. Hank Hill.
I got the meat and the heat.
And the heat.
Wait, hold on, which Power Rangers game was this? I just know that I want to play it in the future, and I forgot what it was. It's just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's just called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That might be next on, actually, I might have Breezy play that one. I'll just play it in my own time.
For sure.
But I was like, I had this song stuck in my head the other day, and I was like, fuck, I gotta play that again.
Alright, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. I don't think it's as good as Mario Golf for the Game Boy.
Wow.
It's very good, and I do still have a strong nostalgic tie to it. I don't think it's better than Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color. So it's gonna stay down there for now. We'll have it at least behind Mario Golf. Alright, Gary's Mod. Gary's Mod is gonna be behind Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. That's why I named the tier after it, because it's like that Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color is like a very specific thing that like I've always adored since I was a kid. Most people probably don't fucking remember it, but like it's a cute little mobile golf game that has like RPG elements to it, and I really adore that about it.
Yeah.
Antichamber. I think Antichamber is at least as good as Soul Calibur 2 is. And I think that's about where I would put it.
The soundtrack for this game went so ham. Like, hammer than it needed to.
Alright, so next we got Super Mario Land 2, which I think is at least better than Gary's mod. And similarly, I think Wario Land 2 is at least better than Super Mario Land 2.
Wow. Alright.
Metroid Prime is better than Mario Kart Double Dash. Yeah, yes. I hesitated for a second and I was like, yeah, it is. Like, it has a damn good atmosphere to it, so like that's what at least edges it out over Antichamber, is like Antichamber also has like a good aesthetic and like atmosphere to it, but like Metroid Prime, it's got that even more so. However, it does not have the fucking vibes to it that Fight for New York does, that like just kind of get into you.
Yeah.
No. Owen, absolutely not. Alright. Castlevania Order of Ecclesia is at least as good as Def Jam Fight for New York.
If we do find ourselves culling it down to 99, we can just put Hatris at number 1 and call it a stream.
No, the 100 that are on the list now are the ones that are on the list.
But Hatris, though.
No. Time Crisis 2. Time Crisis 2 is right above Metroid Prime. Like, I love, anytime I go into an arcade and I see Time Crisis 2, I always want to hop on the arcade machine and play it.
Hell yeah.
However, if you had an arcade machine of Time Crisis 2 and Def Jam Fight for New York next to it, I would go to Fight for New York.
That's a good way to view it, actually. You're at the arcade, you have 2 quarters left, what are you doing?
Yeah. Super Street Fighter Turbo... Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is just above Antichamber. I have a lot of fond memories of playing that on my brother's SNES. However, it is kind of entirely nostalgic for me, I would say.
It holds its own merit, though, you know.
Oh yeah, totally. Mark of the Ninja is... Mark of the Ninja is over Order of Ecclesia.
Ooh.
I recognize this song. What is this?
That's the armadillo from X1.
Oh, okay. It's like, that's gotta be a Capcom sound font, right?
Oh, yeah. Especially when the guitar kicks in, you're like, oh, Mega Man game.
Yeah. Higurashi.
Yeah, no, I know
That's
this OST like the back of my hand.
That's a weird fucking can of worms to open.
Yeah.
Once you start getting into like visual novels and ranking those, it becomes really fucking weird.
Can of bees.
Higurashi, I would say, is better than... You know what?
Huh.
Higurashi is gonna go at the top.
Alright.
Because ultimately, the story is very good in that. And it's a very well executed story. It's just got... The padding is just very rough to get through.
I like that story. I really like when they cry. I hear there's something about that people like, and it's emotional.
Metal Gear Solid 1, the OG Metal Gear Solid.
Nigs 1.
The original Metal Gear Solid is at least better than Time Crisis 2. It ain't better than Fight for New York, though. As I was saying, if you were putting both of those games in front of me and asking me which one I want to play, I would probably go to Fight for New York.
Alright.
Kingdom Hearts. The OG Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Farts.
Is better than Mark of the Ninja, but I would not play that before I would jump on to Burnout 3 Takedown. And then lastly, Paper Mario 64 is better than...
I still love that Mario Golf doesn't even have its figured out spot on the Mario Golf tier.
No, it does. It has its spot figured out now. Like I said, it's more of just a metric by which the rest of that chunk of the list is
I know,
being
I'm just saying, the fact that we don't quite know yet, it's kind of funny.
Uh-huh.
As to, where exactly it goes. By essence of it purely being the vector to which we measure everything.
I think that's where that's gonna fall.
Hey, Corgi, welcome.
Welcome, Corgi.
Look how much Jay's gotten done here.
I'm doing great so far.
Spiritual impact of Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color mustn't be understated. Apparently
For
not.
me, at least, it had a very big spiritual impact for me. Okay,
Just never get into real golf.
I think that is the bottom of the list for right now.
Okay.
At the very least, that's that part. That's those select 20 games ranked out. We'll see how it goes once I actually start putting them together.
Okay.
Which, actually, now might be the time where I start doing that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move this. If it'll let me. It might be too big of a string of things for it to let me just easily grab. Alright, so we'll essentially give some space between these things. What is this?
This song?
Yeah,
I've been on that too, I don't know. Well, let's find out.
I think it might be Mario Kart.
Maybe?
Yep, Super Mario Kart.
Wow.
Okay. So that, and then this here. And give it another few chunks of space there. And just for ease of viewing for everyone, we'll zoom in a bit more. Not that much, because that's tough for me to even see. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. So, the Life Changer tier list. This is not going to be the set in stone way that these things are ranked, I think. Just because they're all extremely good, and if I'm honest with myself, where they rank probably depends on the day that you ask me.
Sure.
So, the only one that I feel like is probably really solidly a lock is Bloodborne. I think that is like my number one with a bullet. Nothing gets above that one. Which actually, now that I think about it, I can get rid of the tier bullshit here. The tiers are gone. It is now time to have it simply ranked by numbers.
The tears are gone until people see this on YouTube and get salty about it.
So I feel pretty confident about Bloodborne at least being in the number 1 spot.
Wow.
Playing Pokemon Crystal on my iPhone, something like a GVC for the browser. Oh,
nice.
Neat. But speaking of, I got Pokemon Crystal right here. Metal Gear Solid 2, it's definitely not better than Bloodborne. Nier Automata is at least better than Metal Gear Solid 2, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon Crystal is not better than either of those. Neither, and I don't think I would put Tetris above it either. I think I would put Pokemon Puzzle League above Tetris at least, though.
I'm with that.
Bayonetta is better than those 3 at least. And I think I would put it above Metal Gear Solid 2.
Sass says MGS2 is the only game on this list affected by 9/11, though, but I actually have a counterpoint to that. There was if any of the games about Lilo and Stitch that were shovelwared out have the ship chase in it, and that was effectively changed from like a plane in a city to like a spaceship in the beach, like because of 9/11 happening, then that ultimately affected the game. But I'm being hyper pedantic here. Anyway, go ahead.
Mother 3 is... I think Mother 3 is better than Bayonetta.
Wow.
It is with a heavy heart that I say that.
That's not an easy decision, but I get what you're going at.
But I think it is.
Bayonetta didn't make me cry.
Yeah.
When they cry.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have Lilo and Stitch on my list.
That's fair. Okay.
Silent Hill 3 is at least better than Pokemon Crystal. I don't know if it passes by Metal Gear Solid 2.
Alright.
Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony
Dang Grandpa.
is at least as good as Metal Gear Solid 2. I think. Most of the story-like games would be at the bottom easily. It's really I'm kind of proud of myself for having a good hodgepodge of like both gameplay heavy and story heavy things in my top lists.
Variety streamer is not a bad word. I'm proud to say I've played a wide swath of things and had all of these adventures. It's good. It's good to play all the stuff you can.
We Know the Devil is at least as good as Pokemon Puzzle League.
We know that. The Devil's better than all of them.
I feel like it could probably go a little bit higher on the list, but I know it's at least as good as that.
That's
if not
fair.
higher.
Good call.
Valhalla, I think is at least as good as Silent Hill 3. And that's saying a lot, because Silent Hill 3 has a very, very special place in my heart.
Yeah.
The Beginner's Guide is at least as good as... That's a really difficult one, because the Beginner's Guide is such a fucking, like, complex thing to experience. Fuck my life. That's actually a really hard one. I don't think I can rank that one yet.
Wow.
I don't think I can rank the Beginner's Guide yet.
Goddamn.
Animal Crossing New Horizons is... I think it's actually exactly where it needs to be. I don't think I would put it above Tetris.
Alright.
Persona 3 FES, I think, goes above Animal Crossing New Horizons for me. Life is Strange, I think, is exactly where it needs to be. It's at least, it's not as good as that Animal Crossing. Audio Surf is probably around there. Ring Fit Adventure is... I think that's the order for that, and then where the fuck does the Beginner's Guide go? God. This is really hard. I don't know where the Beginner's Guide goes. The Beginner's Guide. Oh, God.
Below... I would say above Animal Crossing and below Persona would be my vague estimate.
This is from something called Space Megaforce. What did you say for Beginner's Guide?
Huh? Oh, I was thinking like under Persona, above Animal Crossing.
No, it's in the higher echelon of it.
Under We Know the Devil?
I think it might be above that.
I'll let you sit with this one. I need more water.
I think it's somewhere in the like Bayonetta to Valhalla range. I'm gonna say for right now it's just ahead of Silent Hill 3.
Okay.
And this is the temporary ranking for that chunk of 19 games. Okay. And now here's where things start to get really fucking messy, is we got this chunk of... How many games is this here? Like 50 something? 61? This chunk of 61 games where I have to figure out like, well, how do I rank this shit? What's gonna be... Okay. What is the game that I feel like is probably solidly like number 49, number 50? I think that's what I need to do, is I need to find my like middle of the road top 100 and work off of that. And be like, okay, this is above this is above this. God, what would that be? You know what? I found it. It's not middle of the road. However, I think it's a good one to kind of rank things by. Portal.
That's a good way to do it.
Portal is like one of those just perfectly immaculately constructed experiences that's like always good. No matter how many times you go back to it, Portal is always like fucking solid. So I think if I go based off of that and try to find where I would put things, that'll help me rank a bit better. So Super Mario Sunshine. I'm sorry, Owen. Portal is not better than Super Mario Sunshine. Doom 2016 is definitely better than Super Mario Sunshine. Yes, I know that's like a heavy crime for you. I don't give a fuck. Smash Brothers Ultimate. Smash Brothers Ultimate is at least better than Sunshine. I don't know that it beats out Doom 2016 though. So I think that's where that's gonna fall. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike is better than Doom 2016. Celeste is... Yeah, Celeste is better than Third Strike. If I'm being honest with myself, I can actually play Celeste. Celeste was what made me want to get better with 2D platformers. Like that, Celeste, technically life changer, but not 100%. It was more like a changing the way I play video games. This is Owen's reaction to me putting Super Mario Sunshine above Portal.
I agree. We have to kill my wife, everyone. It's been nice knowing her.
Fire Emblem Three Houses. I put a lot of time into Fire Emblem Three Houses.
You put a lot of time into that.
I think it's above Celeste for me.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
As someone who had to basically play through it twice.
It's a really well-designed game. Like, Ocarina of Time is one of those few old video games where all the people that hyped it up, it felt like it actually lived up to that.
Wow.
Lived up to those expectations. Like, I don't think it is literally, like, top 10 or anything, but, like, I played it and I was like, no, yeah, this is still a really fucking good video game.
Awesome.
I think I would put it... I think it goes just below Doom 2016. Like, when I think about Doom 2016, that's not only, like, a really, really, really fucking fun game to play, but it does also just have a good story to it.
It does. Good story, fun to play, amazing soundtrack. It's really solid.
Yeah.
And again, something I return to. So,
Yeah.
for me, especially with my fucking lack of focus, I gotta love a thing.
Kingdom Hearts 2. Where does Kingdom Hearts 2 fall? I feel like I need to come to that one later. Don't clip that out of context.
Clip that out of context, please.
Transistor is...
I want to make that a redeem.
I think Transistor is at least stayed with me more than Celeste did.
For sure.
Undertale. Fuck, man.
Oh, this is gonna be the friendship ender for a lot of people.
Where does Undertale? I need you to talk with me through Undertale.
No,
that's,
okay,
that's
yeah.
at least one of those ones that you've also played. That we got a shared experience there.
So this is kind of the inverse, where, like, this did for you what I think that, like, Earthbound did for me. I played through the whole thing going, man, this person sure did play Earthbound and mod Earthbound and liked a lot of these games. I saw all of the influences in it, but I also appreciated it for that. I really loved everyone in it. The story was hilarious. It's a really funny but actual game.
Thanks, Sass.
Thank you. And it's just, it's made with so much love. I also, like, this was something I was kind of brainstorming about. I don't remember if it was with you or with whomever, but that game being his, like, side project. Toby Fox is like, hi, I've been working on this, like, multi-chapter, like, game thing. This was just what I put out, like, in the meantime. And it showed that he'd been working on Deltarune for, like, ever. Like... the fact that that's his B project and that has been the cultural fucking massive thing that it was. And it was, because it was like that for all of us. It hit super fucking hard. And it was emotional and it was great and it was just really, really great.
Good team effort, everyone. Thank you.
But yeah, no, I mean, solid soundtrack, fun gameplay. It was funny, it was well written, it was lovingly made. You feel that in every... it's like wearing a warm sweater lovingly stitched for you.
Yeah.
It's just... man, what a great fucking game.
I think it's in this range, at least for now.
Okay.
Like, I was trying to remember when I first played through it, because when I first played through that game, that fucking hit me very, very hard.
Same.
So yeah, however, when I've gone back to it, it's still good, but it doesn't quite hit me as strongly.
I'll never forget my first time seeing Flowey. That was...
Sure.
Oh.
No, yeah.
The ghouls, like the fucking ghosts and the...
It's certainly terrifying.
Yeah, but the spirits of, like, the things that Alphys couldn't keep going. Like, just so many bits of, like, oh, man. Oh. Fun.
Metal Gear Rising, I think, is probably up there.
Oh.
Metal Gear Rising is really good.
That's, again, one of the ones I haven't played, so I can't really comment on it.
It's a platinum-developed game. So you know that the gameplay do be slapping.
Sure.
And also, the story on it is probably the best Metal Gear story, secretly.
Wow.
So I think it's sitting pretty high on there.
All right.
Like, I loved the shit out of Metal Gear Rising when it came out. It was so good.
For sure.
That's Chrono Trigger. Oh! I have to pee again.
Okay.
Everyone continue to file your complaints with Bree. I'll be back. Ugh.
Wait, what are we calling redundancy?
Oh, the multiple clips of me saying come.
I mean, we're gonna need them all. Every now and again, 1 out of 5 of them fails. Because of some weird clipping error from Twitch, so good to be sure. Bree, you need to kill your wife. I don't know if that's true, Owen. That might be a bit extreme. I very much I need somebody to love, as they say. The person who keeps me going, is she. If anyone's gonna keep me continuously keeping on, it's her. And if she has ideas that I don't or you don't agree with, I mean, I can live with that. Have you lived with me? Do you know what I'm like to live like? You have no idea what a fucking mess I am. Like, I can forgive her game opinions if she puts up with my psychoses, okay? Like, I God knows I'm a good partner. I never take it out on her. I don't misplace anything, but man, I'm shit to myself. Man, I treat me like fucking garbage, and that ultimately gives us a net loss in, like, sanity and structure, but the patience she has shown me, I'm not gonna kill her over a fucking video game, alright? Like, you can't... This ring that she gave me after I gave her a ring was our way of saying we're not gonna kill each other. And I stand by that to this day.
Alright.
Anyway.
Back to it.
We're back at it.
PT is...
pretty terrible. No, I'm just...
Nah, it's the opposite.
No, it's neat. You had me play it, and I was like, that was neat.
It was really funny to me that game had, like, literally no scare value with you. Like,
jump scares and even, like, a lot of psychological horror. It's like, that's my life as psychological horror. It's just kind of like, yep, creepy.
I mean, you say that, but fucking Hereditary definitely got under your skin.
Well, Hereditary is not so much a horror as it is, like, a just unpleasant pit in your stomach. It's more like depressive, horrendous, like, just meandering into, like, oh my god. You know, body training, pretty tight. Yeah, no, but I don't know, like, that's why I don't play horror games. And that was the weird thing about the dopey ones in VR getting to me. When you're in VR, like, things popping out is way scarier. I think the disconnect of having things be on screen, movies and games that are scary don't do anything to me. Like, they just don't affect me at all. And that's why I don't play horror games. There would be nothing to watch. You know, but Jay will tell you, I played through PT going, yeah, that was kind of neat. I thought that was artistically interesting. Yeah, everything looks like a tool cover now. It's a little bit different. It's getting kind of worse. Oh, someone up there with the lamp. Okay. Neat. That was fun. Fun little romp.
Okay, so...
Star
back
Fox.
to it. Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising, I would say, is at least...
The last few minutes of Hereditary are pretty horrifying. I don't know, I'm kind of with May Leeds here when I say that it might be kind of like a pro-transgender thing. Like, where it's just like, hey, transcended gender being worshipped? I kind of like this.
Paneled upon. I think paneled upon might be up here. I think I like Pallet Upon more than the rest of all these games in here.
Nice.
It's real fucking good.
It is. And another thing you've spent a ton of time on, too.
I certainly have.
Watching you perfect your craft to forever kick my ass. Hi, Bisky. How you doing, baby?
Aw.
Still being a little Bebo.
Beebus.
Bebo's.
Dark Souls 1.
I like how Dog Tummy just kind of looks like a deflated udder. Like, yeah, it's there. I know, it serves the same purpose for the young, but...
think, yeah, Dark Souls is better than Pallet Upon. It's with a heavy heart that I say Dark Souls is better than Pallet Upon.
Yeah.
Elden Ring. I think I need to also revisit a little bit later because it's still very, very recent.
Philistine.
Outer Wilds.
Ooh. Shit. That was... I think I would say that Outer Wilds is at least better than Three Houses. I don't know if I would put it above Metal Gear Rising, but I think it's at least as good as that. I could understand that.
LSD Dream Emulator is going to be the first one that I think pretty confidently can go below Portal.
Yeah.
I really appreciate LSD Dream Emulator, but it's not above that game in terms of like,
Fair.
hell yeah, it's fucking Portal.
Yeah.
Like, you get in there, you play that, and you know you have a good time.
Fair.
There's a lot of just like kind of meandering about in
Going like,
LSD.
whoa. Yeah.
Trackmania 2 Stadium is not as good as Portal, but better than LSD. Killer 7 is another... Oh god. Killer 7 is... I think I put Killer 7 below LSD. LSD Dream Emulator is better as like an as a museum experience essentially.
Yeah.
And Killer 7 you have to fight with weird controls. Like, it's similarly a great like museum experience as just like this weird fucking art piece.
Yeah, I was going to say, it
But-
has similar vibes, definitely.
there are definitely parts of that game that have LSD vibes to them. However, the parts of it where you actually have to play a video game, I don't like that much.
Fair.
Super Hot and Super Hot VR is
Ooh.
better than Dark Souls.
Yo, hell yeah.
I have to think about it for a second, like
Yeah,
actually
like-
consider how that looks to me, and I think that might be correct.
I think that's one of the few opinions that you and I are like 100% like, yeah. I'm looking at the rest of these and I'm like, man, Super Hot though.
Yeah, Super Hot's fucking good.
It's really good.
Like, it's one of the... That's the thing about Super Hot. Like, it didn't change me as a person. However, ever since I played that game, like, back in fucking 10 years ago, I think, at this point, like,
Wow.
I still regularly think about Super Hot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it does not leave my brain fully because of just how dope an experience it is.
It's really good.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, which that I'm just kind of combining that and the original game together to be, you know, that entry. I would say I really liked Ultra Deluxe. Like, even more so. Not as much as the Beginner's Guide, but like Ultra Deluxe hits like a really good balance between the vibes of those two games of like being like it very goofily self-aware of like all the tropes of video games, but also just being very painfully aware of itself as like its historical value as like as an art piece, you know, that
Yeah.
you look at, and like the weird conflation of like video games as art and video games as product, and like the still like nascent, like infantile way that consumers like treat video games as a thing.
You gotta love the discussion of that narrative within it, like.
So like I think that's another one that's gonna be like genuinely difficult for me to rank, so I need to come back to that one as well.
All right.
Sleeping Dogs is better than Undertale. Sorry, Undertale. I had a really good time playing Sleeping Dogs. Like, I still think I haven't had a better experience with streaming on this channel than I did playing through Sleeping Dogs.
You know, I think, I feel like that. I hate to say it, but like at least as of right now, that's where we peaked. Not even the Sonic stream. That was probably some of the most fun I've had on this channel.
It was so good.
Playing that janky, hilarious fucking game, making that madman with the fucking, luchador mask and the underpants. Just do crazy fucking shit.
Yeah.
It was so fucking good.
Yes.
It was like the Grumps play Devil's Third. Like, it was just one of those moments that were like, I'm never gonna forget my time with this.
Exactly. So
oh man.
It's better than Undertale, at the very least. If not, maybe higher, but I'll revisit it once I start, like, going through and really tearing apart my rankings, being like, do I really feel this way?
Yeah.
Tunic is... I think Tunic is another one I need to revisit before I fully rank it. Because it's really good.
Sure.
Tunic is really, really, really fucking good. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Tunic is...
Make a bold call.
I think Tunic is better than Dark Souls.
Whoa, shit. I mean, you want to talk about world building, like it. I watched you play it, I was like, damn, wow.
I think Tunic is better than Dark Souls.
Amazing.
It doesn't beat out Super Hot VR because game feel, but it's pretty high up there.
Can we please talk about the game feel?
Sleeping Dogs did help me beat Dark Souls. I forgot about that.
Wait, how did that happen? How did that happen?
You don't remember? We named the Dark Souls character Wei Shen.
Oh, right! That's right.
I can't remember which boss I said against. It might have been Gwen. Or it might have been one of the, like, DLC bosses, but someone requested that I said, it was the Capra Demon. That was it. Thank you, Owen, for clipping that. I'm sorry, hun. Chrono Trigger is not better than Portal.
No.
It's a good game. It ain't better than Portal.
You and I had a very different experience, my friend.
I know.
But alright.
Alright, I can...
You owe 1,000 gift subs, says Owen.
And I guess... Signalis. I think Signalis is another one I'm gonna have to... I think I will need to come back to that one and see how I feel about it once I get the rest of this sorted out.
Sure.
The Resident Evil 2 remake is... better than Advance Wars 2. It's immaculately designed, like it's really, really good, and I can't remember where I described it like that. I think it might have been in like the shitty little backlogged review that I made for it, but like Resident Evil 2 is... Please stop. People keep emphasizing me saying the C word.
Which word?
Shut up. You know which word.
Oh, that one,
That
right.
one.
I was gonna say, when did you say cunt?
No, not watch dogs. Sleeping dogs, very different.
Yeah.
What's this link here? Oh, I know what clip that is. But like, Resident Evil 2 was in there as like one of those games where like when you get good at it, it feels like you're learning how to speedrun a game. Like because of how well designed the level, because of how good the level design
Wait,
in it
which
is.
game?
The Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I
when
don't know
you
that
really
one well.
worm your way around that map, you're like going fucking bop, 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 like just hitting every single important point like as fast as you can.
I mean, you have spatial awareness, so it's probably different for me.
Yeah. That's definitely a big factor there.
Yeah.
Valkyria Chronicles, the game that I'm currently playing through on the channel. I
That'll be
promise,
fun.
the next time we stream, I'll play more Valkyria Chronicles.
We'll get on
I just got this weird itch to do this, so I felt the need to just get it out of my system now.
strike that match while it's dry, you know?
Valkyria Chronicles is good. It's better than Chrono Trigger.
Up yours.
Yes, I. Why don't you join the chat and chastising me for my opinions? That's. Let's see. Super Mario World is. Super Mario World is better than Valkyria Chronicles. Hi, Breezy. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, is she on?
You're so bad at kayfabe.
Whoa, what are you talking about? I'm just checking some emails, son. I don't know what you're talking about with your guilty conscience.
Wow, what a good streamer you are, actively checking your emails while we're streaming.
I don't feel like I have anything to prove here. You're the one making the list, son.
Actually, I'll just move those over there. There we go. Okay. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is... Where would I put that? Gee, thanks, Sass, for pinning that very helpful message at the top there.
Damn, there aren't enough points.
Paper...
Ban and in-game action, making anything #1 except for Chrono Trigger. But there's not enough in my thing, so... Anyway.
Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. What would I say that's better than? I think I would put it above Third Strike.
Okay. That'll work.
Hi, hun.
Hello. She isn't home real often. I like having her here.
And actually, I just realized I should have Doom 2016 above Third Strike.
Yeah.
The vibes are immaculate. However, Doom 2016 is really fucking good.
Right.
Soma. Fuck. That's a hard one. I think I'm actually gonna leave that over here for now. I'll come back to it later.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep emphasizing that. Portal 2. Is Portal 2 better than Portal? That's actually a very difficult choice because they're both really good.
I don't know.
I would say it's not, but only because the original Portal works so well because of how short it is.
Yeah.
It's impressive that Portal 2 is as good as it is.
But I think Portal 1 was less tiring in its lane.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think Portal 2 is tiring in its length. I think it's still a really good, like, tight package. But I think that Portal 1 is so good because you can literally just finish it in one sitting.
Sure.
And you're done. Portal 2, you have to come back to it a couple of times. But they're both really, really good.
Yeah.
I would say, man, that's... I think they're like right around the same range. Like they're literally dancing right around each other. Okay, banned in in-game action. Guess what? It's gonna be okay because that's only for 5 minutes.
Should have waited till the last 5 minutes of the stream, really.
Wait, what? The main thing I remember about Portal 2 is my TV's light exploded with a loud bang and sounded like it was on fire. Fucking what?
What the hell?
What happened?
What happened to your TV?
Alright.
I don't think that was Portal 2's fault. I think you need to call up Samsung and ask them for fucking insurance of damage.
The Last of Us.
More like The Least of Us, am I right? Every episode of that, she says that when the title comes up. So. Never played this game. You did.
It's a really solid story.
Okay.
Like, it's really good. Like, it is a fantastic video game.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm stacking it against these other things, though, it's right below Doom 2016.
Okay. Last of Us is Mario. What?
I think that might be, like, around where she was ranking it. I don't know. Like, around the Mario game that we have here.
Sure.
Probably not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's about... oh. It's about the Mushroom Kingdom. You... clever girl. Night in the Woods I'm gonna hold off on. Hades I'm gonna hold off on. For sure. I can understand that, Sass. It's not gonna be for everyone. Breath of the Wild... Fuck. Okay. I think I know where Breath of the Wild falls.
Already.
It's just below the Resident Evil 2 remake.
That's fair, Morel.
Like, I would be more willing to hop in and start playing Resident Evil 2 than I would Breath of the Wild.
All
Breath of
right.
the Wild is very good, and I do enjoy occasionally revisiting it, but I think that's about where it drops off for me, is there.
Righto.
Super Mario Odyssey is... better than Valkyria Chronicles. It's better than Chrono Trigger. Journey. I think I need to wait on that one as well. Return of the Obra Dinn is at least better than Smash Ultimate. Clubhouse 51 games. God damn it. This is getting too hard. Video games. God damn it. The list is getting so unwieldy now at this point. The Last of Us is good, but I'm irritated by something I see where it's pointed to as the thing that elevates games to a real storytelling medium in a it's not just Pac-Man anymore sort of way. Oh yeah, totally. I 100% get that criticism of it. Actually, the YouTuber that we recently started watching did a short little video essay about how the showrunner for the Last of Us TV show said that well, the book is closed. The Last of Us is the greatest story ever told in video games. And
it's just
and she just kind of tore it down to be well, what? Let's just say let's not judge labeling that game as the greatest story told in video games. Let's look at the idea of what actually makes a video game story good.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what ends up always getting lost, is people just see a good video game story and they're like, oh, story good.
Yeah.
This one... This
is like the action movies that I like. That makes it good.
This one Kronk put up as best.
Yeah.
It's
Kronk think have Baby Boss vibes. It's just yeah, this is the closest thing to the other media that you like. So you go, well, this is the greatest this ever as the one that I've played.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's well, no.
Not
actually.
Really. Okay, so... Mega Man 2 is at least...
Turtle Power?
Mega Man 2 is above LSD Dream Emulator, right under Trackmania 2 Stadium. Poppin' Music Lap Historia, that's gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
That's a rhythm game. Rhythm games are gonna be really hard to rank.
Yeah. Shit, I'm sorry, I'm having stomach pains. I should eat something.
You should.
Yeah.
Go ahead and grab something to eat for yourself right now. I'll go ahead and keep chipping away at this. You know what is a better story than The Last of Us? Probably Spec Ops: The Line. Oh, Brie will come back. Don't worry about it. She's just grabbing some.
Depends how long it takes to boil water.
I guess that's fair. Spec Ops: The Line. Probably a better story than The Last of Us. It's at least a more interesting told story than that. I would say it's but then I have to rank the actual act of playing Spec Ops: The Line, and it doesn't quite rank as high in those regards. It's better than Portal. And I think that's where it goes. No, it's not better than Portal. It's better than Super Mario World. I thought about it for a second, I was like, no, but Portal's really good. Portal is a very fun video game. And now it's time for Guppy. Where does Binding of Isaac go? Barkerville, let's go to Barkerville. Fucking Barkerville. Binding of Isaac. Binding of Isaac is better than The Last of Us. I don't like it more than Doom 2016, but I do like The Binding of Isaac a lot. I wish I were better at that game and had more of the obsessive compulsive desire to always be notching into it, but it doesn't quite hit me in the same way. Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is fucking awesome. I will never get tired of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. I think that is This is gonna be a left field one. It's better than PT. It's not as good as Paneled Upon, but Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is a fucking awesome experience, and I will never get tired of it. Fucking Barkerville. Barkerville, let's go to Barkerville, yeah? Okay. Jackbox as a concept is... Where would I put Jackbox? I think Jackbox is... Yeah. Jackbox is at least better than The Binding of Isaac. Gone Home. I think I need to come back to that one again.
Very good one.
Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of those story-heavy, like, walking simulator things. Like, I guess Journey isn't a walking simulator, but, like, Night in the Woods, Journey, Gone Home, Soma, Signalis, Stanley Parable, like, all these things are just... It's way more about, like, the narrative, and your experience of going through that narrative are gonna be really fucking hard to put on here. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes is better than Breath of the Wild. I'm saying it. Oh yeah, I'm saying it. Yes. Mr. Solid Snake and his cursed genes. Yakuza 0. Let's start going from the bottom here now. Yakuza 0 is like... better than Super Mario Odyssey, not better than Valkyria Chronicles. Nier Replicant. Better than Spec Ops. I don't think Nier Replicant is better than Portal. That hurts to say, but I don't think it's better than either of the Portal games. Puzzle Bobble. Or Metal Gear Solid 3, actually. Let's start with MGS 3. Hey, here's some good news for you, hun. You know what I don't like as much as Chrono Trigger?
What's that?
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Hey!
There you go. Count a win in your favor there.
That's one.
Inscription is better than... Yeah. Inscription is better than Metal Gear Solid 3. Fuck. Do I really have to choose where the witness goes now? Oh, the witness. I hate you, Jonathan Blow. So, after the last stream, I specifically pulled up the video of Soulja Boy Tellum playing Braid and laughing at, like, the time travel powers. And then I proceeded to show Bree the clip from Indie Game the Movie, where Jonathan Blow is, like, watching that alone in a dark room crying. It's
really funny.
It's just as funny as I remembered it being. God, he is such a pretentious piece of shit.
Yeah.
I really like The Witness as a puzzle game, but to spite Jonathan Blow, it ain't going above Killer 7.
We're taking a Jonathan Blow to his ego.
Beautiful Joe, my first introduction to Hideki Kamiya games is better than Super Mario Sunshine. I'm not gonna say anything about Persona 4 Golden yet. Because I know everyone's gonna fucking jump down my throat about it.
Save that for, and it goes here. Good night, everyone.
Same thing for Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm not speaking on that one quite yet. Puzzle Bobble is good. I like Puzzle Bobble a whole bunch.
I do too.
I'll say it's better than LSD Dream Emulator. Donkey Kong Country is better than Metal Gear Solid 3. Hell yeah. That's one of those ones that feels good to say for some reason. River City Girls. It's not. Don't worry. Persona. I promise you all, Persona 4 Golden is not going to be in the #1 spot for this. There's no way in fucking hell I would allow that to happen on my own list. River City Girls is better than Killer 7, at least. I appreciate LSD more as an experience than I do River City Girls. Secret Little Haven is really good. Like, as Secret Little Haven might be my favorite, like, trans-centered narrative in a game. Like, the shit that game does with, like, with the fucking just general structure of it in the context of being a closeted, being someone that is not aware that you are trans, and also, like, coming to the realization that you are, like, in that specific time frame of space on the internet, or in that specific space of time on the internet, is really good. It's really, really, really fucking good. Where would I say it goes? I think... Hopefully I didn't fuck up anything with my listing. No, I didn't. Okay. I think it's gonna go just below Sleeping Dogs. Alright. Gotta start making the tough decisions, Jay. Or actually, the thing that I should do now is I should... No, I'll worry about, like, starting to combine things once I get this mill chunk sorted out. I can't start doing that until I get this whole mess figured. Poppin' Music, Lapistoria. I only specifically choose Lapistoria. Really, it should be Poppin' Music as a concept is the one that's going on here. But Lapistoria was the one that I was, like, able to regularly play back when I was living with Courtney. Because Courtney has, like, a proper, like, Poppin' controller. I fucking love Poppin' Music so much. That is my favorite rhythm game. I never got good at it, but I got good enough at it to feel good about myself. So it's got that like tactile feeling that you get from like, I almost would call it like mixed media, but every video game technically has a controller of some kind, so it doesn't count. I was going to say the mixed media of like keep talking and nobody explodes, but yeah, I would put it above keep talking. So that's where that is. Elden Ring is so fucking recent that I have no idea where I would put that. Do I put it above Dark Souls? Technically, it's the best, like, classic Souls-style game that FromSoft has done. And the world is so goddamn expansive in that game. But it is still an open world game, and it kind of loses a small chunk of its charm once you've gone through it once. I think I know where Elden Ring goes.
Elden Ring goes. Low pull. It's me, Ringo. I'm very old now, Ringo. Ringo,
See?
pull.
I see. I told you that you'd be back. Oh, did you get ramen?
Yeah,
Oh,
this is another
neat.
one of them too. I just cut up a bunch of veggies and threw those in too.
Kingdom Hearts 2 brings back such a specific time. I wonder if it holds up outside of it. I think it does. Like, don't get me wrong, it is definitely a product of nostalgia in terms of like how fond I am of it still. But one, the impact of it when it first came out, like with all the hype leading up to that game, just the anticipation of all the years between the first one and the second one, and when you actually got your hands on the game, it was still really fucking good. Like, they made so much improvement to it. Like, it plays more like a proper character action game, as opposed to, like, one where the first Kingdom Hearts is kinda clunky. Like, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the gameplay, I do enjoy the story of it, but it doesn't feel great to play.
As the one that I played, I will say it
Yeah.
felt a little.
But Kingdom Hearts 2 has a fucking good game feel to it. It has like dumb quick time events in it, but most of the time they're so inconsequential that like they're usually over in like a second.
Yeah.
So if you screw it up, it's not a waste of time, and when you do hit it, it feels awesome. So putting that all out there, I think I would say that Kingdom Hearts 2 is better than Advance Wars 2. And I think that's where it falls. I mean, again, I didn't have as much trouble with the back chunk of bosses in Kingdom Hearts 2. The only one I had trouble with was the one that they added in for like Final Mix. And that one was like, this fucking sucks, man. This is shit. Why did you do this? Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Oh god, be very careful here. I'll move this out of the way. You can slide it over then.
Ramen.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, I think I would say I like more. Yeah, I think this is where it's gonna go. It's gonna go just below Super Hot and Super Hot VR. Signalis. is better than Paneled Upon, at least. Soma is better than... It's better than Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. I wouldn't put it above Celeste, but it's at least as good as that game. Night in the Woods has a great fucking story to it, but that's kind of the only thing it has for it, is that it's a really fucking good story. I would say that Night in the Woods... God, where the fuck does Night in the Woods go?
That's a tough one.
That's like a really tough one. Like, I think...
still think about that game. Like, I do.
Like, I would genuinely say that, like, in the last, like, decade of games, Night in the Woods is probably one of the best stories in a game. Okay. I think it's better than Smash Ultimate. And I think that's where it falls. Alright, we're getting to it. We're getting to it. We're getting so close. Look at this. The fucking lists are starting to merge.
By God.
Hades. Hades nuts.
Fucking beat me to it.
You already had your Soma D's nuts. Let me get one in. Hades is really fucking fun. I would say that it's... It's better than Kingdom Hearts 2. And that's about where it cuts off.
Alright.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Fucking mind meld. Okay. We're getting down to it. Getting down to it with what we got left on this one. Journey. This is another one that's probably gotta go more towards the bottom as, like, an
It's making my nose run. I'll be right back.
No.
Oh no!
It's better than Donkey Kong Country. I don't think it goes above Inscription.
Donkey Kong Country.
What, hon?
Donkey Kong Country. I mixed it up. I said it without thinking.
Clubhouse 51 Games. Where do you go? Where do you go? My Mahjong simulator. Where do I put you? You're better than The Binding of Isaac. No, you're better than Jackbox also. I don't think you're better than Doom 2016, but
No.
you're at least as good as a solid game of Jackbox.
Yeah.
Gone Home. Gone Home is probably... It's not as good as Yakuza 0, but it's better than Super Mario Odyssey or Gone Home. Alright, now it's time for the really contentious ones. Alright, Sass, get in here so you can chastise me. Not in voice chat, but just in chat. Alright. Doki Doki Literature Club and Persona 4 Golden. Where does Jay put these, and how much does the audience hate her as a result of it? Persona 4 Golden is at least as good as Kingdom Hearts 2.
How much tech would it take to snapshot and zoom into us real quick and sepia tone and have a, you know, a next time thing, like with roundabout playing?
Oh, probably a lot. We would at least need to have like a producer working on something like that. Okay. And then Doki Doki Literature Club. This one I'm okay having a little bit lower. I like the experience of Doki Doki Literature Club at least more than Journey. Okay.
To be continued, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. I think everyone got what you generally meant there. Okay. We're in the thick of it now. It's finally time to start, like, going through, making hard choices. So, The Witness is what I am now judging these bottom 20 games here against to see if I think they are better than them. So, is Higurashi better than The Witness? Yes. Do I think it's better than Killer 7? Yes. I don't think I like it more than River City Girls, though.
It is hard to mesh all these different game types, too.
It is. Burnout 3 Takedown is at least... Burnout 3 Takedown is better than... is better than Super Mario World. I feel okay saying that. Oh, damn it. I did it wrong. Alright. Paper Mario 64. I had to go for a bit because I had to get ketchup for my hot dogs. So currently...
runny, spicy. God damn it.
Hey.
Wow.
We got Persona 4 Golden at number 40, and we got Doki Doki Literature Club at number 71. Eat it, Sass.
Wow.
Alright. Paper Mario 64 is better than... It's at least better than Mega Man 2. Mm-hmm. So that's how correct the list is right now, Sass. Kingdom Hearts 1. I think it's at least better than Killer 7. I don't know if I would put it above The Witness. Mark of the Ninja is better than The Witness, at least. Castlevania Order of Ecclesia is better than The Witness. F-Zero GX is definitely better. Listen, you be quiet.
Witness these nuts.
F-Zero GX is better than... Yeah, sorry, F-Zero GX is gonna hop up a bit here. F-Zero GX is better than Mega Man 2. And you know what else is better than that? Is Def Jam Fight for New York. So we got that there. Metal Gear Solid 1 is definitely better than The Witness.
Clink the microphone, my bad.
Yeah, it's all good. I guess I'll say Metal Gear Solid 1 is probably better than... No, Mark of the Ninja is a more fun stealth game. Metal Gear Solid 1 is...
Thank goodness.
Or I guess I could just call it Metal Gear Solid instead of Metal Gear Solid 1.
That helps. MGS.
Time Crisis 2 is better than Kingdom Hearts. It doesn't go past The Witness, but it's at least better than Kingdom Hearts. Metroid Prime is better than The Witness. Those are both games that go for like very specifically a like isolated, like just kind of very lonely feeling to it, but I think Metroid Prime is like even better at it than The Witness is.
That sounds good to me.
Mario Kart Double Dash is better than Metroid Prime.
Alright.
Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is... I think it's where it belongs. I don't think I'd put Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo above Killer 7. It's fun, nice nostalgia,
Yeah.
but as a fighting game, it's like... Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is like the fucking just the baseline where it's like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
This feels good. This is just fighting games. Getting down to the bare basics of like, it's time to just learn footsies.
Yeah.
And that's how you get good. Antichamber. For now, I think that's where it belongs.
Alright.
Soul Calibur 2. I mean, on that point, I guess I think I like it better than that. I like it better than Time Crisis 2. Like, those are two games that would definitely be in arcades, and I think I would ultimately go to Soul Calibur 2. Like, I would play a little bit of Time Crisis and then be like, alright, I'm kind of bored. And then go over to Soul Calibur and be like, hell yeah, this is dope.
Yeah.
Mario Golf for the Game Boy. Fuck you, Jonathan Blow.
Yo! Called out.
I don't feel like we were usually supposed to be able to hear it.
Oh, I mean, that's just,
I think the playlist of music finally ran out.
Yeah, it did.
Relaxing SNES music. I have never played Myst. I guess now...
You missed the opportunity.
As I am starting to wind this down, everyone, now is your chance to get in, like, your last-minute suggestions to see if it's anything that I would put on the list, but I feel like we covered most anything we would have.
Yeah, I mean, going off especially what you've played and your feelings on these, it's pretty solid.
I have played Myst Golf, that is true.
I missed that stream.
That... Mario Land 2... There's a lot of 2s at the bottom of this list, I'm realizing.
Yeah.
No. To answer your question, Sass, no. Okay. I think that's that for that part of the list. So now we go back up to the top and we discern, like, so what was it? So Super Hot is where the middle chunk began. So now it becomes the hard thing of saying Ring Fit Adventure.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I like it more as a game than Super Hot.
Hell no, no.
I would say that it probably goes...
Above Hades?
It goes right above Twin Snakes.
Alright. That makes sense to me. I can agree with that.
Yeah, like... part of me wanted to put above Elden Ring, and I was like, no, I shouldn't do that. That seems too blatantly, like, incendiary of a choice to make.
Yeah.
I mean, Ring Fit only was up so high by virtue of the fact that it got me to work out. So that's the main reason it was up there.
Yeah.
Like, actually ranking it as a video game, though, that I have played and put into a top 100 list, it's probably, like, down there.
Yeah. It just has to be in the overall list because it had such an impact. But where it is exactly is negotiable among every other form of actual gameplay.
Lady Killer in a Bind. I have a lot of good memories with it in terms of having played through it with you. I don't know that it ranks super high.
I'm kind of same, if I'm being honest. Like, those memories were great, but it's because you and I were in bed together in the throes of the beginning of our relationship being giggly little freaks, and that means the world to me, that game being there or not. So that's very much a time and place thing, but also, honestly, I was more absorbed in you than the game. But I do have the fondness for the game. It's just, there was a lot going on.
It's just below Chrono Trigger.
Alright. That works.
Yeah, that's the thing. This top chunk here is where stuff gets a little bit funky, and there's gonna be a lot of, like, lightly shuffling stuff around. Like, Life is Strange is another one that's gonna probably go pretty far down. Like, as a story, or as a game, it's definitely not my favorite thing, but it is hard to deny it as, like, a thing that, like, I don't think I was the same as a person after I finished playing through it. I think I would put it, like... I think it's gonna be right there. Right below Metal Gear Solid 3 for that one. What? What's the cock-a-doodle for? What did I do?
That's stupid.
Nice bird.
What's happening? Why are you doing this? Stop booing me, you know I'm right. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Stop getting into a noise battle. Stop it! Stop.
Nice bird.
Animal Crossing New Horizons is... better than The Binding of Isaac, I think. Like, Animal Crossing New Horizons was the first Animal Crossing that I fully got into. Like, I think I tried getting in with New Leaf at some point, but it just didn't really hit me at all.
Righto.
But there's something just right about New Horizons, including the timing of the pandemic happening, that, like, managed to all converge together in a way where I was like, yeah, this is real good. I really like this. What are you doing? Oh, puppy sleeping. What are those opinions that you have, Morel? Alright. So... Persona 3 Fez.
Ooh.
So I kind of alluded to it earlier, but at least of the modern Persona games, as a game, I fucking hated Persona 3. Like, it took me a solid, like, 30 to 50 hours with that game before I actually felt good about it. Like, both from a gameplay perspective and from a story perspective. However, the way that game ends pays off, or at the very least for me, paid off so strongly that, like, I walked away with the biggest impact from that game. Like, and that's what sucks so much about it, is like, once you finally get past the hump, Persona 3 gets really fucking good, but that fucking hump is rough. It's really fucking hard. Like, it sucks. It sucks for a solid half of that video game, but god damn it, when you get past it, god. Like, I will literally listen to the end credits song for Persona 3 Fez, and I still cry.
It came up in like a compilation of something, and I saw you crying.
Like,
It is heavy.
that says a lot. Like, there's very few games where I could have, like, a thing that's lightly associated with that game, like, come up randomly outside of the game, and it just fucking hits an emotional thing in my brain. It's like Kimi no Kyoku from Persona 3 Fez, fucking Weight of the World from Nier Automata.
That's a big one.
Pollyanna from Mother 3. Like, it's fucking weird. So, like, that one becomes interminable to try and place on this list. Like, it's really, really difficult. I think it might be, like... I think it goes above Twin Snakes. Like, it feels very weird for me to have it this high on the list, but, like, I cannot deny the emotional impact that that game had on me when I played through it.
Righto.
So, like, it has to be on there. Alright, so we're getting to it. We're in the final stretch. What are you pulling up there?
Oh, nothing. I'm just reacting to Flameless is in the Discord now, so
Gotcha.
saying my hellos.
Audiosurf. So I was talking that one up pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes above Pop and Music, just because I think I enjoy that more as a rhythm game.
I think right under it would be perfect.
I don't know if I would put it right under it, because I do think I ultimately like a good chunk of these more than the actual experience of playing Audiosurf.
No, it is your list, dear. Go ahead.
I would say that it probably goes like... Let's say like... Let's say right above Jackbox.
Okay.
Or actually, right below Jackbox.
Okay.
I have a lot of good memories with Jackbox. I can't try to act like that one's just like, it's just a party game.
Yeah.
Tetris. Motherfucking Tetris.
Let's talk about Tetris for a minute.
It's the GOAT. It's literally one of the best puzzle games ever made. I cannot see it going very far down on this list. I think it's probably... It's just below Sleeping Dogs. Like, ultimately, Sleeping Dogs, fucking phenomenal experience.
Yeah.
Like, but Tetris, though. It's fucking Tetris, dog. Pokemon Puzzle League. This is the game that got me into Panel Dupont.
Oh.
However, Panel Dupont is ultimately a better Panel Dupont game than Pokemon Puzzle League.
This is fair.
Instead of above and below, streets ahead and streets behind. I'll try to recall that. Also, I don't know what snood is. What is snood? I've never heard of that.
It's when you take your clothes off. Sorry. Anyway.
Pokemon Puzzle League is gonna be streets behind... Streets behind... It's gonna be streets behind Soma.
I think we have a link to
Celeste.
Snood.
We do. I will get that in just a moment. I gotta move a couple things here, but then I will open that up.
Okay. It's one of the classic, like, early computer games, preloaded in your machine, pinball or mouse. Oh!
Oh, it's Puzzle Bobble.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, I do have Puzzle Bobble on the list, so I think that technically counts.
Yeah.
It's fucking Snood, how dare you?
How could we?
Hold on. I got a good,
Brinstar.
or Puzzle Bobble, aka Snood. How does that work, Morel?
We're willing to bend on certain things, you know,
Yeah.
we're agreeable.
We know the devil.
It's really good.
It is really good. I think that it is... I think it might be good where it is, like just a street, what was the phrasing? Just a street ahead of Super Hot.
Alright.
And I think it's good there. Pokemon Crystal. That game's real fucking good.
It is.
And as I was describing, it is my first, like, kind of mind-blown moment with a video game. However, it is still kind of just a Pokemon game.
Yeah. The first revolutionary breakthrough for Pokemon, yet still within Pokemon.
I think it's streets ahead of Hades.
Okay.
Shit. Where is Hades? There is Hades. Hades nuts in your mouth. Okay, there's that. Silent Hill 3. See, this one is hard for me because it's technically both a life changer and it's more of a like Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color tier thing where I just
Sure.
have a very strong childhood connection to that game specifically.
And what are we comparing it to?
Well, I mean, it's just finding out where it falls on here.
Right on.
I would say I think it's still my favorite like survival horror game.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it's okay there.
Sure.
Just
Don't break
a-
it if it ain't.
yeah,
Don't break it if
just-
it ain't fixed.
Yeah, just a street before we know the devil.
Also, y'all, if you want to check in the Discord under cute animal photos, there's a picture of Bisky sleeping. She's adorable right now.
Okay, now we're back to the conversation of the beginner's guide. Where the fuck do I put the beginner's guide?
At the bottom.
No.
There should be a review written of it on Steam that says this game blows with a capital B.
God. I think I just need to keep this as it is.
Yeah?
It's gonna be way too difficult trying to parse out like those
Yeah.
top 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a gander through this list from top to bottom and see how I feel about it.
Okay.
So, let's start from number 100. We can zoom in a little bit more now.
Uh-huh.
So, we got Gary's mod at number 100. Super Mario Land 2, 99. 98, Antichamber. Number 97, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. 96, Wario Land 2. 95, Killer 7. 94, Kingdom Hearts. 93, Time Crisis 2. 92, Soul Calibur 2. 91, The Witness. Number 90, Mario Golf for the Game Boy. I need to change this to be Game Boy Color, specifically. It was not on the Game Boy original. It was only the Game Boy Color. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 at 89. Metroid Prime, 88. Mario Kart Double Dash, 87. 86, Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. 85, Metal Gear Solid. 84, Mark of the Ninja. 83, Higurashi, let me get some respect to its name. Higurashi no Naku Koro ni. Higurashi no Naku Koro ni at 83. 82, River City Girls. 81, LSD Dream Emulator. Number 80, Puzzle Bobble, aka Snood. Number 79, Mega Man 2. Number 78, Def Jam, Fight for New York.
Yeah, buddy.
77, F-Zero GX. 76, Paper Mario 64. 75, Trackmania 2 Stadium. 74, Life is Strange. 73, Metal Gear Solid 3. 72, Donkey Kong Country. 71, Journey. Number 70, Doki Doki Literature Club. Eat it, sass. Number 69, Inscription.
Hey,
nice. Number 68, Lady Killer in a Bind. Number 67, Chrono Trigger. Sorry, Bree. Only 67.
As long as it's there. If it wasn't, we would be through.
Number 66, Super Mario Odyssey. Number 65, Gone Home. 64, Yakuza 0. 63, Valkyria Chronicles. 62, Super Mario World. 61, Burnout 3 Takedown. Number 60, Spec Ops The Line. Number 59, Nier Replicant.
Spec Ops The Line.
Number 58, Portal 2. Number 57, Portal.
Nice.
Number 56, Super Mario Sunshine. Getting in there. Number 55, Beautiful Joe. Number 54, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. 53, Night in the Woods. 52, Return of the Opera Den. Number 51, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Number 50, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Number 49, The Last of Us. 48, The Binding of Isaac. Number 47, Animal Crossing New Horizons. 46, Audio Surf. 45, Jackbox, The Concept. Number 44, Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. Number 43, Doom 2016. I'm laughing because I know one that's coming up. Number 42, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Number 41, Soma.
These nuts.
Number 40, Pokemon Puzzle League. Number 39, Celeste. Number 38, Transistor. Number 37, Advance Wars 2, Black Hole Rising. Number 36, Kingdom Hearts 2. Number 35, Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah.
Number 34, Hades. Number 33, Pokemon Crystal.
Uh-huh.
Number 32, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
Number 31, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, the better version of Metal Gear Solid 1. Number 30, Persona 3 FES. Number 29, Ring Fit Adventure. Oh man. It does feel... Do I feel right having Ring Fit Adventure that high?
You can lower it.
Where would I lower it to becomes the better question.
Around Clubhouse and Jackbox, that
Yeah,
area.
I think that's good. That should be a good call for that. Sorry, I'm gonna have to shift
Kind of
things
within that
around
has
again.
given us some positivity in our lives.
Yeah.
And is kind of gimmicky, but still technically a game that did a lot of good. Right around there.
yeah. And I'll have to...
There we go.
So actually, it's number 34 for Persona 4 Golden. So 29, Persona 3 FES. 28, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Now I'm going to hate on you for your spreadsheeting. You could just insert a row. I don't fucking know. I don't work at a desk. Oh, and I work in retail. I barely touch computers outside of Get the Gun Marie.
No.
Number 28, Resident Evil 2 Remake.
You want a dark reality, Owen? If we had a gun, I wouldn't be here. Still feel good about your joke? Alright, go ahead.
Number 27, Elden Ring. 26, Undertale. 25, Secret Little Haven.
Yay.
24, Tetris.
Okay.
23, Sleeping Dogs.
Wei Shen, motherfucker.
22, Fire Emblem Three Houses. 21, Outer Wilds. Number 20, Metal Gear Rising.
Really, Sess, the
Hold
Gal
on.
Gun effect is what happens when Jay shoots me the right look.
Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. 19, PT. 18, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. 17, Papa Music Lapistoria.
Nice.
16, Paladopon. 15, Signalis. Hey, Sass, there's one for you. Signalis is at number 15.
Wait, say it like Chills.
Number 15, Signalis.
Thank you.
Number 14, that's the thing. The gay game beat out. There's at least a couple of gay games on here that beat out Persona 4 Golden, so you're welcome.
Or the game. G-A-Y-M. I like games.
14, Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Number 13, Tunic. Number 12, The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Number 11, Super Hot / Super Hot VR. Number 10, We Know the Devil. Number 9, Silent Hill 3. Number 8, The Beginner's Guide. Number 7, Valhalla. Number 6, Metal Gear Solid 2. Number 5, Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. That ain't the bare minimum! There's multiple queer games that are higher than it. Like, stop giving me shit. That ain't the bare minimum. There's no fucking way Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons is getting on this list. God, that was the stupidest thing. Do you remember Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons? We
No.
streamed that.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Oh, vaguely. I remember digging a hole.
We played it on a controller together.
Right, that's right.
That game is fine,
Yeah.
but there is a the year that it came out, Brad Shoemaker, formerly of Giant Bomb, was like very adamant about that game, making it. What are you doing? Who are you trying to time out?
Oh, okay. I can't time out a mod for some reason.
Anyways, but Brad Shoemaker, formerly of Giant Bomb at the time, was like fucking adamant about like Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons being one of the best 10 games of the year, and everyone was just like, dog, that's not gonna be the case, and he kept saying like, name 10 games that are better than that.
Yes. Fair enough.
So number 5, Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Number 4, Bayonetta. Number 3, Mother 3.
Nice.
Number 2, Nier Automata. Number 1, Bloodborne. I think the only thing I'm gonna change, I think I'm gonna move Danganronpa V3.
A street behind.
I'm debating whether or not to
Oh
put
no,
it-
yeah, Wafidi, they are like, oh my god, there's so many like not budging and walls, and fucking Vinny's the worst.
Vinny is not the worst.
Not Vinny,
Vinny is
who's
fine. Brad.
That's
Brad
it.
Shoemaker is the one that you're thinking of. He is the one that like just super persistent,
Stonewalls,
will
yeah.
not fucking back down on anything.
Like, if I was stuck working with them, I'd be like, okay, fire him and move this here. Like, we need to make progress. When they really hit those walls.
Owen put it very well. The best thing about those Game of the Year podcasts, where they really show you how a bunch of people in a room with good opinions and taste can make awful choices after 15 hours of yelling.
Yeah.
Okay, the question I think I'm stuck at here is where is I think where these two fall, because I think everything else is right.
I haven't played either, so that one's up to you.
I think I'm happy with this.
I think it's a really good list. There have been much more controversial takes than this list.
Oh no, yeah, that was great. Mostly because I was like really hoping that Tetris Effect would win that year, because there weren't many others that I was like happy with. I think that's it.
All right.
I think I feel good about this. So top 10 for me: We Know the Devil at number 10, Silent Hill 3 at number 9, The Beginner's Guide at number 8, Metal Gear Solid 2 at number 7, Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony at 6, Valhalla at number 5, Bayonetta at number 4, Mother 3 at 3, Nier Automata at 2, and Bloodborne at 1.
Okay.
Am I sure that Bloodborne stays at the top?
Oh my god.
It was a really dumb year.
That's a friendship ender, those things.
Here's the thing that really sucked about that year. That's the year that fucking Breath of the Wild came out. That's the year that Nier Automata came out.
Jesus.
Like, it was 2017. 2017 was a year of fucking bangers
Yeah.
in terms of video games. But because PUBG was like the trend essentially at the time, it's the one that ended up winning.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was a fucking bummer. Um, I like very genuinely need to ruminate on this for a few minutes. You talk with the chat.
All right. Everyone, thank you for your patience as we've been going through this. Like, it's... As this is, again, because this is very much Jay's opinion, I could only really insert so much. I didn't play all of these games, and, like, you know, her connections with it are different than mine, but I feel like I've hopefully provided some info that has made this maybe a little bit simpler. You know, just in my own experiences with the games that I've played. But, like, I have to say, though, I'm happier with this list as it is now, even than, like, I really thought I would be. I thought it would be very different and very opposed to this, but I think it's pretty fair. I think this is, like I said, this is the least spicy take I've seen on a top 100 games, in my opinion. Like, this doesn't sting to look at, and I feel like things have at least been given a place on here that deserve to be up here on it, so yeah, you know? Alright, list. You did great, hun. Even if you tweak it a little more, all these games are really great selections.
I think at this point it's mostly just, is that the order that I'm set on for the top 3?
It's tough. You love Bloodborne. I know the other 2 games are amazing in my opinion.
Yeah,
they're...
I remember my argument now in my brain.
He died.
I would not have transitioned if it weren't for Bloodborne.
Wow, that's top tier.
Like,
yeah, that's
like very genuinely. It's a weird story.
Let's hear.
But I mean, there's not much of a story to it. I'm trying to think of a way to parse it down, but like the true ending of that game is you find like the fucking you find out the Lovecraftian secrets of the world, and as a result you end up turning into a weird like squid like elder god thing, and you're just like like literally a little like squid-sized squid, and like the doll that's been with you for the whole time has like picks you up and calls you, and it's like, oh dear hunter. And I think there's just something about me at that time on the verge of transitioning, like seeing that affection between my female character that has been turned into a worm and, you know, the doll character, like my character going through that change just kind of made me feel like, yeah, that's a mood. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm trans. Oh shit. I need to take care of this.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, would you still love me if I was a worm? Kind of. Essentially that. And that's a big part. Aside from just everything else about Bloodborne that is fucking phenomenal, that's like the deep personal connection that I have with that game that like has made it like dig its way into my chest and never truly leave.
Sure.
For me. And I think that's why it's always gonna be in that number 1 spot, like just forever, probably. Yeah. So I think I feel good about this.
All right. Cool.
I did it.
You did it.
Top 100 games of all time.
It's
objectively correct, as it says in the title there.
It is
Jay's objectively correct top 100 video game list. I'm going to construct this in Backlogged, and I'll link that in the Discord at some point after this stream, because I like Backlogged better as a list curator than I do a spreadsheet.
I will ask, can you do that on the laptop so that I can do a little bit of I mean, because this is a doc, so we could open it up. I want to do a little bit of video editing for Breezy's channel.
Yeah, sure.
I'm our video editor.
Okay.
All right.
But yes, everyone, it's been a good time. I'm right. You're all wrong. My list is the correct list. And there's nothing y'all can do about it. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you didn't remember to set your clocks forward, we'll probably be back on Wednesday with Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah, if you're up for it.
Yeah, it all depends on if I'm up to stream that day, but if I were going to stream, it will be Wednesday this week.
Okay.
So, everyone, take care of yourselves.
Take care of each other.
Have a great night.
And bye.